it's like Rico, Dave yelling at each other, Nadu, no fly list. It's one of those things where I'm like, how? How does this happen? And that's just one of like a million at this company. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Feitelberg is on his way back from London. So Jackie's over to his seat. Oona's into Jackie's seat. Oona with her newfound bathroom fame.
I knew that clip was good.
She didn't know that.
I had no idea.
When I heard, like, I wasn't on the episode, so when I heard about it, I was like, is that... I didn't know if she wanted that to be a clip that's out there, so I was like, did we clip that and put it out there? Because if she's cool with that, we should, because that for sure is going to rip.
Yeah. To me, when you said that, I was like, no one's going to want to watch that.
Yeah, that's how I know she's kind of crazy, too.
Yeah.
Like that,
that's a good sign.
If you can't see that that's going to be a thing, you're a little bit tapped up top.
Did you, have you talked about this with your friends?
Yeah, and actually, they were all coming to my defense in the comments. Like, all my college roommates were commenting. They were like, stop saying she's lying, guys. This is true. It's affected us a bunch of times.
I knew that there was going to be some people saying it's fake, and then I also knew there was going to be some people, and I saw at least a few being like, this happens to me, too.
Not as many as I expected.
Yeah, because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I guess.
Was it a gradual thing where you just slowly lost the senses?
For people who don't know, by the way,
yeah.
When Oona goes to the bathroom, she doesn't know what it's going to be.
So I found
she just goes in there blind, thinking, oh, I got to pee, and sometimes it's more.
I came up with a better way to explain it. When I feel like I have to pee, it could be either. When I feel like I have to go number 2, it's number 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like a pressure thing?
Yeah.
Like if you feel a little bit...
But people are so confused. They're like, what does it feel like? I'm like, I don't know. It feels like I have to pee. And then I don't always.
Well, it's kind of like, it's like when colorblind people will describe like being colorblind. Oh my God, I cannot say that sentence for life. Colorblind. Like they're like, it's not a lack of they can't even describe
see like
it hasn't always been this way.
Yeah, people
though,
think it's like black and white.
But
no,
it's not.
I just can't mix up a couple colors.
Yeah.
I just happen to mix up my bathroom.
Exactly. It hasn't always been this way.
I think it's a great. I was like, as long as this was a good example of like for internet content if you're trying to make it and trying to do it. As long as she was cool with putting it out there.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the type of thing that some people will relate to. Some people have never heard of. That's like the main thing these days is trying to like say something on the internet that the world has not heard yet is borderline impossible.
Yeah.
I have never heard of anyone who has this problem. So then you're going to run into people saying it's fake. You're going to have a couple people co-sign it. You're going to have people be like, what does this mean? You know,
everyone thinks
like
it's
the
fake.
blueprint.
Everyone thinks it's fake, which is just like, if I was going to make up a lie,
well, now
it wouldn't be that, dude.
Now you're going to be, yeah, for real.
It wouldn't be that. It's not a great
thing. I could make
thing
up all
to
sorts
have
of other
people
shit
think,
about
yeah.
it. But now you're going to run down, like, there's been so many times where you say something, the internet disagrees with you, says you're lying, calls it fake, whatever it is, and then you dig your heels in and you gotta like prove it to be true.
I'm not proving it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how would you even do that?
I don't know how I would. Yeah.
That would be.
I'm worried
disgusting.
the producers are gonna follow me into the bathroom on the beach house.
That's probably gonna happen.
Be like, what do you think you're gonna do?
They're not gonna follow you into the bathroom, but they'll be like right outside waiting, and they'll be like, "So, did you guess right?"
Or you'll be like mic'd up, and then they'll.
Yeah, they'll know. Yeah.
They'll know. Like,
they'll know.
Like something. You have to like.
Someone's gonna forget about the mics at some point in general.
My version of this that I have shared once, but like I don't even like talking about it, but like during workout classes, like, or when I do abs, like I orgasm.
Yeah, I feel like
that's a thing now.
I feel like that's not
I can't
not
even
a normal
orgasm
thing.
when I'm trying to.
I can't even orgasm from sexual activity,
like,
let alone workout
activity.
activity.
A workout class, like I don't like
What
it because it
workout
hurts.
class? Can you send me the link?
all of them, 3 times a workout class. Like legitimately.
What type
Girl,
of workout?
you should be shredded.
I know,
dog.
I know. You would
Like
think
a
like I
Soul
would
Cycle
be, but it
type or
hurts.
like
It
a-
almost like limits my ability to do abs. What?
Like, so it's like abs, is it like on a
crazy.
bike? Like what type of like
It's
Pilates?
anything that has like the lower pelvic floor.
So
it's like if it's like legs.
Like
it's
lifting your legs up.
Yeah, and it's something
Jackie,
about when
demonstrate.
No.
So like
it's something about
reformer?
when it gets really tired. So it's like if I do like a reformer, like, but it's like more if I like it has to be towards the end of the workout class because they have to be tired.
So it's like when you're burning out, like your last
So
couple
when you're burning
reps.
out. So I don't know what it is.
I wonder if it has
can't
something to
figure
do
out.
with like, remember the straight leg thing we were talking about?
Yeah, I know. It's something like that.
It's
and it's
so
like,
crazy
I remember
how
when I was 7
difficult
having
it is.
it.
Oh.
Like I had my first orgasm when I was 7, which is crazy. Sorry.
See, now that's a lie that you can tell.
Yeah.
That's not a lie, but that's the story I'd be admitting to before I admitted to that one.
Oh, yeah.
I had an orgasm when I was 7.
I didn't know.
That's
That's a great little icebreaker for you, Jack. A little 2 truths and a lie.
I guess, but then it sounds like something seriously wrong
Yeah,
happened.
no,
Wait, when did you have like?
First time I came was 7.
Because I remember like I was on the monkey
Jesus
bars, and then like
just
I
made
was
it
like, what was that
worse.
feeling? And then I was like, hey guys, do you get like a? Oh my god, I remember saying like, do you get like a tickling feeling like when you do like when you were on the monkey bars? And everyone's like, no. I was like, oh.
Like a
But I thought it was just
full-blown-
normal.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like
calm.
whatever happens in the like, let's say you're doing your sit-ups or whatever. That's equivalent to like a great sex orgasm.
Well, I would say it's more concentrated. Like here, like like full sex orgasm. Like I can feel it like everywhere. Like it's like a whole
don't
body.
know,
Like
but
whatever.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But you know what like an orgasm.
She doesn't.
Is like.
Yeah, when I'm by
Right? You
myself.
said you never had-
I
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I
okay.
literally
But,
haven't.
I mean,
But
Waiting on
by
it.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like that. It's like you can feel it like whole body.
Yeah.
This is more just like a little bit more concentrated, so it's not as good because it's not as like euphoric or whatever. I guess, but.
You're also
It's an
probably looking
orgasm
at like
nonetheless.
fat people around you. Like you're probably
Yeah,
not like
like
super
do you
turned
just kind of
on.
like hide it or you let it rip?
Yeah, I know how to hide because I've been doing it since I was 7. Like I know how to hide it, and I don't like to talk about it because I don't like it when if somebody does
I
a
was gonna
workout
say,
class with
catch
me.
you in
like-
the gym, be like Jackie's coming over
yeah,
there.
exactly. But like it's not every single time, and like there was a period where I was able to control it off, but like now I can't. I don't really know. Oh shit! Wait,
We gotta get new mics or new
I know,
cords. Or
I
whatever.
know.
It's fucking insane.
can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things that like people would joke and be like, "Lucky you," but it's like, no, this shit sucks.
Yeah, I feel like it like limits.
There
my
was this
ability.
guy probably 10 years ago. He was like blog goldmine. Once a year, every year, he would go viral as this guy who comes like 40 times a day.
Yeah.
Some weird British guy, and it's like same sort of thing. Like every activity, everything would make him come, and everyone was always like, "Oh, I'd love to be that guy." And if it's true, even he was like, "No, it ruined my life. Like this
Yeah.
is a fucking disaster," you know. But I don't know. Kind of nice to know if you're ever in like a dry spell. But I'm gonna go hit up the fucking Pilates and.
I think like it definitely gets.
Have you ever been at home and just been like, let me bang out some sit-ups and.
Um.
I guess if you're gonna do that by yourself, there's easier ways to do it than working out.
Yeah, but like, I mean, sometimes also if I don't want to go work out, I'll be like, well, at least I get an orgasm. You know what I mean?
It is a little bit of an incentive, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like it gets my ass to the gym sometimes, but I don't. Okay, so I also like have a theory that like it makes it like bulkier, lower. Like I wish it didn't happen because I think it's given me kind of like a weird body. If that makes
Whoa.
sense.
Wait, so now you think the exercise-induced orgasms are affecting your workout? That affects your body look, your body shape?
Yeah. Well, I just think like
Yeah, you're sitting there just you're like Drake with the abs. You have
Yeah,
nothing
exactly,
else, but
exactly,
your abs are just
exactly.
ripped.
Like I think it's just like no, I think like the lower, it's like almost like the muscle here is like I don't know
Like
exactly
those like
what's
arrow
there.
pelvis type things?
No, it's just like I don't know. I think it's like all I don't know.
So
That
like when
is
you
hilarious.
come to the office and you're like,
Oh,
I did
yeah.
Pilates,
Like, what?
and you did Pilates this morning, and I'm like, okay, you've come like 4 times today
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I've already
been a
gotten
great
3
day
of
for
them.
Jack.
So funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Sometimes I can
Have you
sneak in-
seen? I actually been meaning to make a video of this. My algorithm is obviously all fucking weird.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to talk about it.
Have you seen like the actual like sexual workout classes?
No.
I actually meant to bring this up. It's actually good timing. Let me see if I can find the video. It's this girl, and there's more than one, but she basically hosts like an exercise class where they just like straight up will put like a vibrator in and then like do a
What?
workout.
It's just his camera roll, and he's like first person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just went to one.
I can't find it, but the like.
Some of those like chiropractor guys are basically that.
Yeah, the chiropractors have gotten to a point where like some of them just actually are sex workers.
It's like
and,
they tell the girls
it's
to
a
wear
joke.
like as little clothes
But
as possible to the class.
Those ones are like they know what they're doing and they're doing it for
Yeah.
like attention. But then there are ones that are like just putting their fingers like in your ass and
Yeah.
cracking
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
tailbone, and I'm just like, what is this? All right, I can't find it. But I mean, these girls are like in regular workout gear, but you can just see that there's like something in there.
Yeah.
And all of the workouts are like grinding, gyrating, like sometimes on top of each other, basically like scissoring.
it's all
it is-
girls?
yeah. But it's insane. It's not like you're even like just working out like alone. It's like you're interactively exercising while
Is there even like is it even a workout or?
I mean, it's in like a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in like, you know, glass.
Is that legal?
Like mirrors and wooden floors, like in a studio room. A whole bunch of girls. You can see like a little thing like bulging out of them, like it's just an obvious like sex toy of some sort, and yeah, you're basically like riding it reverse or forward.
It seems like that's a loophole for something that they tried to find.
But it is all women, so
Yeah.
it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like some, you know, like, oh, like there's a guy running the class who's
Okay, I
like
was
getting
gonna
off
say,
on
yeah.
it, you know? It's like some sort of sexual liberation mixed with exercise thing. And I was like, I don't know. I think y'all bitches are crazy.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Jackie's out here doing her sit-ups, just
Yeah, I
busting
don't even
off.
need that fucking class. I fucking host that shit by
Those girls
myself.
would die
I'm
to
natural.
Yeah, I'm
no
natural.
PEDs over here.
Yeah, exactly. Is it like what's it called? When you sit on it and then the like
When you sit on what?
A dick?
no, yeah. Oh, I was thinking of that. No, like remember like that Shane Gillis skit where he's sitting on
yes, the Sibian
the
vibrator.
yeah, is that what they're sitting on or it's just
No,
like,
it's like the only they just have it in like
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like either just like tucked in there or it's something that like kind of sits on the outside and they're wearing like workout gear, so it's just like tight and holding it in.
Did you remember that guy in New York who I don't know if he still does it, but he like would it would like be a massage and then it was like a happy ending for girls, but it was like the guy that everyone goes to and like I had a friend who went there.
Really?
Yeah.
People
no
actually
way.
go to those?
Yo, that's kinky and crazy.
Yeah. It was her and like it's actually it was her and another friend and they both.
How
they
was
both
it? What was the
went in.
review?
She said it was like very professional, but definitely weird vibes. Like like.
Don't say.
He was
was
definitely
weird.
like he.
But wait, so for people who don't know, this guy kind of went viral. Like he probably like a Yelp review or some fucking, you know, like his little blurb for his massage parlor was like, "I'm happy endings for girls," and it's supposed to be, according to him and like reviews, like the most erotic experience, like women who have never come or like don't know what they're doing or whatever.
Okay, send me his number.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be, you know, the most like amazing experience. And so continue. They liked it?
Yeah, but I think at the end, like she looked and he was fully erect, and that kind of freaked her out. Like left kind of a bad taste in her mouth. But apparently, like he did it very well. She should
Was
come on and
there,
explain. She also like is crazy. Like she should what?
Was there, like penetration?
Yeah, with his fingers.
How would he
Like-
not be erect? I feel like.
Yeah, it's almost like, listen, come on. The man can only do
I
so
mean,
much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I firmly believe that there should be no male gynecologists.
Oh, I so agree.
Yeah.
Like,
So
like
weird.
that's common or
I've
not?
never had one.
I've
Like
had a male.
I know it exists, but is it like 1 out of a billion? Like, you've had one before?
I had a male gynecologist.
That's
He actually got, he got like
Caught.
sued for like fingering girls or whatever. But nothing happened to me, thank God. But he did. I left there
Wait,
crying
that's
because
really crazy, Jackie.
I'm positive. Yeah, I'm positive.
Are you
well,
sure
I
you
think.
didn't
I don't
just-
know. But he, I guess I haven't thought much about it, but I left crying because he like, I was asking him about an IUD and he was like, oh, so you don't want kids? And I was like, no, I want kids. He was like, but you're choosing to have an IUD, so you're obviously choosing not to have kids. And I was like
right now?
yeah, I was like right now. He's like, no, it's gonna screw you up. Like it will affect your fertility, so it's fine, but as long as you're choosing to not have kids. And I already feel guilty because like I kind of had to choose to maybe risk breastfeeding with the breast reduction, so that already felt selfish. And then
I'm not even a woman anymore.
yeah, exactly. So then I just like felt so guilty. Made me feel so guilty
Oh my
about it,
God.
and I
That's
left
like
crying. Like think it was so
super
selfish.
problematic in so many ways.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. So
By the way,
then
Definitely getting fired.
Fuck that guy,
Yeah.
and then he got, at least I didn't get fingered, I guess. But, like,
To be honest, though, during like a gynecologist appointment, they could finger me, and I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, same,
between that
same.
and like all the shit they do down there.
yeah.
I just look at the ceiling and I'm
Well,
like, whatever you're doing, it's none of my business.
I mean, I think you would know if he was like making a celebration of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably.
You know, like I would imagine they go in there with certain devices and certain things, but it's just kind of like in. If there's a lot of in and out, and
But like
up and
every
down
time, I've
and-
never gone to the same one twice, and it's kind of different every time. So I don't know. Maybe some of them are.
Yeah,
doing
like maybe
something
some of them
weird.
were sneaking in like a little.
By the way,
Yeah.
I found the video.
Oh my god.
So
Oh my
like,
god. somehow I didn't imagine that at all.
Oh my god, we obviously can't show that, but like,
No,
it's
yeah.
pretty much.
And like,
just-
so that's pretty extreme in this one, but it is just a bunch of women like of all shapes and sizes. It's not like it's a bunch of porn stars.
shapes.
It's like
Yeah.
they seem regular, and they're just a pillow in between these two girls while they like scissor. And they're like an instructor being like, move this way, move that way. Fucking crazy.
that is really crazy.
So you don't know how to go to the bathroom and you haven't come. You got fingered by your gynecologist. You can't have kids. You can't
This is like
breastfeed.
retarded. Call her daddy.
yeah, exactly. It's like we're like we don't know.
I should just like this should just be your guys' episode. I'm leaving. I can't be a part of this conversation anymore.
I went to like USC where they had the scandal of the gynecologist who famously, whatever, and it didn't go to him, but that was another male gynecologist I got.
I mean, it just shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it shouldn't exist.
Because like even the most like professional of dudes, like even if you keep it professional, you just know there's like certain thoughts going on.
Yeah.
Even just like
It's like, why did
I've
you get
seen
into that in
better
the first
or worse? Or, yeah, like what?
Better or, I didn't even think about that.
Just
part.
like
Yeah.
judging or comparing or like, that one looks good. Or,
I did have one that was like training, which honestly was weirder because then he was just standing in the corner like watching.
Oh
Which-
God.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about it until now that was like kind of way weirder than him actually doing anything.
It is weird though that like there's no like they are fingering you, but you're not. There's no kind of like sexual
Are they
element
fingering
to
you?
it. Oh
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
I think he might have fingered you because I was kind of kidding when I said I wouldn't know if you were fingering me.
somebody here doesn't know what getting fingered is like. I don't know if it's you or you.
But it's like they're for sure getting like putting their fingers in, but it's not in a sexual way.
But
Yeah.
like it's not prolonged either. Like it's like
or it's like
they'll
more
do
like that
one
big
motion.
giant Q-tip.
Yeah.
That
Well,
they,
after
like,
they use
probe you with,
the
basically.
the metal thing.
The metal thing. There's like this metal thing that they put in you that seriously
Like
it just
ratchet it
makes you
open.
feel like you're like on a stick.
Yeah.
Like it makes you feel like a popsicle. And I every single time just think like if
my
an
God.
earthquake were to happen right now, I'd be so fucked because it just would like stir up your inside. Oh my God, I can't.
Wait,
Oh my God,
maybe
you're
I
so
don't know what
right.
this is. What are you talking
It's
about?
basically like a
Like the metal thing that opens up?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it
But you feel
feels
like
like
Like a
there's
clamp and it like
Yeah, yeah.
I just always picture myself as like a human popsicle at that
well
point.
that
where I'm
sucks.
just
Now
But
I'm
'cause
gonna
it's like
think
a
about
stick?
that.
No,
Okay,
sorry. I'm
that's
thinking
what I-
there's a different thing where they take like this giant Q-tip and they like stick
I
it
know
up
that
there.
one.
Is that the
Yeah.
pap smear?
Yeah, I guess that's a pap smear.
Yeah.
They don't really do a lot of fingers for me usually. Like do you
I was
actually
like, they just use their dicks.
The tongue sometimes. they use
their
the
mouth,
tongue.
yeah. Sometimes they taste it as animal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
pH.
Okay, maybe I have.
Sometimes they lick their finger.
It is true. It's like of all the gynecologists that we've gone to, it's got to be one that accident. I don't know. That's a dark thought. But
I almost feel like girls should like cross-reference their gynecologist.
maybe-
Like you go to mine and I go to yours to make sure
Yeah.
everyone's above board.
it's like the SNL skit with like the aliens that come down, and it's like, all right, so we're experiencing different things. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Wait, so this guy got caught for fingering, but he didn't want to finger you?
Yeah,
Are
I
you,
know,
like- are
and
you,
I've
like,
already
kinda,
gone
like,
through the
pretty
whole like
insulting.
why.
I might hate
pretty insulting.
Yeah, that actually is. I like at least I guess I left. He gave me with a little bit of trauma. Now
Yeah.
I feel selfish
wanted
for
to give
not
you some
having
trauma.
kids. So at least
Yeah.
I left with something.
that. Yeah.
But it was not fingering. So that that's fuck. Obviously not ideal.
You were like, I would have just gone to a workout class, dude.
If I wanted to come, I would have just worked out instead of going to the gynecologist.
Are you ever like curious to ask like how are you looking down there? Is it normal?
Yeah, but they see probably more weird ones than normal ones.
Yeah.
I do think that's like I've heard that with waxing
Yeah.
estheticians and stuff, where it's like no matter how self-conscious you are, there are really unfortunate people walking
Yeah.
through the doors of all different looks and smells and cleanliness and all sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There's one.
Like if you're somewhat put together, you're good.
one girl who was like a waxer, and she was on TikTok, and she was saying she was like, half of you have poop smeared into your vagina. Yeah, like some of you guys, if you come from a workout class, that's offensive. Like that's rude and that's
Yeah, you're just
unthoughtful.
like-
You come from workout classes.
no, but but like, oh, that was good.
Thank you.
But for the record, I always shower before I wax. Like I
Yeah.
never actually.
I can't get waxed. I did it once and I fainted halfway through.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, now you're going to look fucking insane if you don't let me finish. I was like, okay. And I'm like in and out of consciousness.
I mean, if it's something you do for yourself or your hygiene or whatever, like rock on, do whatever you want. As a guy though, like I've never really been able to differentiate between like Like, oh, like
Really?
I like that it's waxed. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's just easier for me to like not have to worry about
versus
it for a month.
shaving like
that I
every
understand.
day,
But if
yeah.
you're like if you hate it and you're like doing it for a guy, I don't know. I mean,
the
I'm speaking
worst
for myself,
pain
but I think
ever.
I think if you're a guy who like really cares about the difference between like shaving or keeping, trimming it versus that, like that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of creepy.
I do it because this is just all gonna be TMI. This is
Yeah,
a whole
no, I
TMI
think that's
thing.
this episode.
I just like I
Where have
really
you been the last 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Jack?
I just have a really hard time like shaving my butthole. Like I can't. Like it's just I've nicked
Shout out
it.
to Maya.
Same, but,
Maya.
like-
Gotta shave my ass for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like I've nicked it before where I just like and it freaked me out and like it just kind of hurt. It like left a scar and then I was just like I'm just relaxed.
Yeah,
Jack's
my
got a
razor-
scarred
yeah.
asshole.
Well, I think it's fine now, but like at
Yeah,
one
you
point,
can't really see
I
it.
mean-
I was like I couldn't shave it for a while.
I never have to worry. You never really have to worry about your butthole that much, though. You can't see it. It's like you don't.
Well,
you kind of,
But I
kind
feel
of,
like
other
other
people
guys
do.
can.
Well, I
see it.
know, I know, but I'm
if
just
you,
saying
again,
it's not
if you
like.
are just rocking out by yourself,
no.
fine. But I just know
I'm just a virgin.
that's. I've definitely
Noticed it.
Yeah, like you can tell when someone just doesn't know because it's just going on back there, and I don't know what's going on back there,
Yeah.
and it's like, I wish it didn't look like that.
How visible? What issues have you noticed with the butthole before? Like, is it just
Girls with
hairy?
scars on them. Oh
Stop.
my god. The
Man,
worst.
I think you were fine now.
Yeah, no scars. Hair is like it's not great.
Yeah. It's
Shaving
hard.
my butthole's way easier than shaving the front part. My
Yeah.
razor got caught the other day. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, what do you mean caught?
Like caught?
Like intertwined in the hairs?
No, like not the
The
hairs,
lips?
like my skin. Yeah,
Oh.
like caught, like stuck. Like I got it out. But like,
I hope. It's like it's still down there.
Yeah,
after like a second, no, I'm just saying like
You like gave
you know
birth
when
to
you
a
like
razor?
shave your like a knee and your skin is like that and it kind of gets like caught and then there's like a chunk of skin.
Yeah.
Yes, that happened to me.
It does feel super complicated. There's a lot of crevices and creases and
Yeah.
things to get in there.
But getting wax is like the worst pain of
I know.
my entire
I
life.
seriously think I'm better
then
than
the idea is that you
everybody
don't have to
who
do it
does
for, like-
wax.
I know, but like
5
I'd rather
weeks or
get 10 tattoos than ever get wax.
It's
skin.
actually the worst pain in the entire
It's-
world.
What,
Like, it's
what,
20
would you
plus.
ever do laser or something where it's permanent?
I tried laser for a little bit, but it's just like it's like 8 sessions. It's so
Mm,
much
that's a lot.
money.
$1
Like,
billion,
I don't have the
yeah.
patience for it. But I
All right,
should.
how about the other direction? Have you ever just said fuck it, going all out,
Full
going
bush.
70s?
No.
I can't like for.
I don't
my own-
believe that people do that.
Yeah.
I know people do that, but when people say it, I'm like.
I
"You're
also
not
think there's a
doing
very
that."
big difference between like letting it go and just not being bald. You know what I mean? Like if you truly just let it all the way go, it's
Yeah.
It's a lot. I
Do you
think.
guys care if it's like,
Yeah.
but like grain of rice, like like a little longer?
No. Well, I don't know.
You know,
I
like-
Grain
think
of rice.
I
You know what I mean?
cannot
Like,
speak.
Guys
for, like,
are down
the,
there. They're like,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
rice was a little
I
shorter
cannot
than
speak
this
for the
today."
younger generation because I don't know what goes through their minds. I think that they're all fucking kind of crazy and
Yeah.
weird. I don't know what they expect. I think guys my age really wouldn't care about like, a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
I think guys our age like care kind of. But maybe
Yeah.
those are just the vocal ones. I don't know.
Do you do that where you specifically don't shave so that you won't?
No, because it's not really a problem for me. I don't really like get play a lot.
I mean,
You know
like
what I
You're
mean?
saying you won't
I'm not
shave so you
either,
could be
but,
like, I'm not fucking you?
like if there's like a guy that I'm like, you should not. I have not run into this problem
I
in a long
guess.
time.
I don't know.
because
I'm never
don't
really like
get
that
play any-
tempted
like,
by
more than-
someone. Like I'm never really like, oh, like I don't want to, but I want like I don't know. That
Yeah.
doesn't really
I don't
happen to
think.
me.
I feel like that wouldn't stop anybody.
If I want to,
A
usually I
regular
just
guy-
want to.
They might be like, I wish it wasn't looking like that, but I'm going.
No, but
to
it would
still
stop
do this.
me to
No, it would
want
stop
to get
me
with
from
Got it.
going
them
home.
Okay.
I'll be
I
like,
see what you mean.
oh, I have to go home.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because it's like then it's embarrassing if.
I
Yeah,
knew.
see that.
Do you guys? You're probably too young for this. Do you remember FML? Fuck My Life.
Mhm.
When it was like little one-liners, like something happened to me. Fuck my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that like first came out, my roommate I was living with at the time made it onto the website because he took a girl home, brought her back to our apartment, and she was like, I was not expecting this, like, so I am not prepared. So this is like a one-night stand. She hopped in the shower and shaved, and then they were all fucked up and they hook up, and the next morning he shaved his face and didn't realize, which is
Wait,
really
why
not
is he
the-
shaving his face with a one night stand's razor?
Yeah.
It was his razor. So like she came back to our place, was like, I'll be right back, I have to go to the shower. Shaved up. I don't know if she told him in the moment, but like the next morning he's sober, doesn't remember. he gets ready for work and he shaves, and then he was like, oh, wait a minute. So he shaved with the same razor that. But it's also like, you also fucked her last night, so you probably had like your mouth on it and everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it was a funny, like, I shaved this morning, you know, with the same razor that my one night stand used last night in the shower. Fuck my life. I was like,
oh my God.
He was like, I made it.
I think my friends have done something. One of my friends has done something like that too, if I'm not mistaken. Like that story sounds.
In the shower
I've done that, but at my own house with my own razor.
Yeah,
I would never touch. I would just be too worried that he would see. Not that because I'd actually like feel that bad about it. I would just be too scared of getting caught like that.
I think she was like, I'm going to the shower. Like, I'm going to clean up.
I also feel like whenever I'm at a boy's place and I'm like in the bathroom, I'm trying to be as in and out as possible because I don't want him thinking
well, it sucks for me sometimes.
Yeah, no offense to you.
It fucking sucks for me sometimes.
Yeah, that really sucks.
That is crazy. So you can be in a situation where you're like, let's go back to your place, and then you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you're like, I'll be out in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, it's so like. It's so quick. Like, it takes the same amount of time for me. Like, someone commented, they were like, that must be so liberating. And I'm like, it is, because I don't really worry about it.
You must be pretty healthy.
I think it's really healthy. Yeah. I honestly do. Because, like, I don't know.
People struggle with it.
People saying maybe there's problems, but just not having to worry about going to the bathroom, like, seems like the best thing for me.
But I think most people think that you're permanently worried about it, but it's the opposite.
Yeah.
As long as there's a toilet, I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like you have a healthy relationship with it where you're just like, it is what it is.
Well, that's why, like, when my friends would be like, have you pooped at his, like, whatever house yet? I'm like, that's all I know how to do is poop at his house.
That's all I know, dog.
Yeah. What the hell?
I shit. That's what I do, man.
Yeah. I also get annoyed when they're like, I had to poop so bad, so I came home. I'm like, just fucking poop, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
it's making it look worse for me, too.
Is a little crazy,
yeah.
It's making it look worse for me.
Normalize pooping at a boy's house.
Yeah.
Get it trending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to know unless your shits are insane. So that's saying more about you if you have to go home to poop.
Yeah, it's like you blow shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're eating.
My poops are very normal and dainty, actually. Exactly.
So guys enter the room dick first. I've said this many times. I don't. I walk in the room, my dick comes like a business day later. But, you know, some other guys, they walk out there like their chest out. They walk in dick first. And BlueChew wants to make sure you walk in that room and you present yourself. BlueChew is not just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. I love the people who write the copy of BlueChew. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. It's not a supplement, it's an erection resurrection. Say that 3 times fast. Guys, it's not just about performance, it's about your legacy or your third legacy. Give her and the group chat something to talk about because I know the girls are chatting about you afterwards, whether it's good, bad, big, small, up, down, hard, soft, and everything in between. Make sure it's good feedback on the group chat with BlueChew. And right now, when you go to BlueChew.com, you can get your first month for free when you use promo code KFC at checkout. For just $5 for shipping, you can get your first month of BlueChew. You can go to BlueChew.com right now to see all of the options, but all of them make sure that they fulfill BlueChew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. So head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Use promo code KFC for your first month for free. Just pay $5 in shipping. And thanks to BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast. Does your generation still send a lot of unsolicited dick pics?
McGregor?
No, not unsolicited.
Why'd you laugh like that?
Because...
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody did?
What?
Did somebody recently?
No. Well, explain what.
No, it's solicited though, basically.
Yeah, it's solicited. Yeah.
That's what I mean. If you're asking for it, or you want it. That's a different story.
I don't think I have. I think I have a brief memory when I was in like 6th grade of like one of the older guys snapping me, but
that happened to me too with someone that was 4 years older when I was like an age that probably shouldn't have happened.
No, mine would have been like a 7th grader and I was a 6th grader, but like, but I don't actually remember it. So I was like
coming at 7 and firing off nudes at 12.
No, but
I've gotten a legal one for sure. An illegal one when I was like underage from people from my high school. That happened to me.
But was it like they're 18 and you're like 16 or you're like
No,
13?
it was like freshman, senior. I don't know who this person is. Like it wasn't even
that's
like
not great.
Yeah.
That's not great. I mean, you're in the same school,
it's also
but it's
like when
that's
you're
not good.
When you're like at that age too, like dicks are top 4 scariest things ever. Looking.
Yeah.
Like seeing
It's always gonna be jarring.
It's still scary, but like they're so scary looking still.
Yeah.
What if you got one, Jack, that had a dumbbell strapped to it?
Is this a story or is this just a
Con-
crazy
Con-
hypothetical?
Conor McGregor sent his dick to Azealia Banks of all people.
Who's she again?
She's like a rapper, R&B singer, but really has just become like internet like lightning rod. Like she's just I mean, if you're trying to just do something discreet on the internet, she's the last person you would send it to. So he just sent unsolicited, full mirror, full body, big crooked dick with a fucking like 5-pound dumbbell strapped to it, like holding it up. And he just sent it to her on Twitter DMs and said, "Don't rat, because all rats get caught." And she immediately posted it and was like, "Aren't you trying to be the president of Ireland? You fucking, like, you're sending me your potato farming dick, like, unsolicited? Are you out of your fucking
farming
mind?"
dick.
Yeah, it was actually a very funny tweet. But, I mean, the pictures are, I got them here. They are, I think, no joke, it's some of the most, like, egregious, reprehensible behavior of all time.
I agree.
Let alone,
I was running around the office this morning telling people about it.
These two.
How big is the dumbbell, or how heavy is the dumbbell?
Like probably like 4 or 5 pounds.
Wait, where is the? Oh.
So the second one you can kind of see it like hanging here.
Am I dumb?
No, it's hard. It's a little bit hard to see if you don't.
Oh, so it's like a dick like dumbbell.
That thing around that and then that. But no, that whole thing right there is weight.
Oh, I see. But it just like has
dumbbell.
like a strap. Wait, that's really funny. That's also like for some reason I was picturing like the.
I mean, that is impressive, by the way. He did not.
Is that
he's
a
not
thing
cut
that
and it's not great, but
is impressive or like can all?
I've
kind
never
of like
strapped a
3-pound
5-pound
weight,
dick
though.
to
Like,
my what?
It's kind of like only a 3. Like I was.
Oh, you thought it was
picturing
like a
that
20
Joe
pound?
Rogan like
That's
kettlebell
the
that's up
kettlebell.
there.
I was literally about to say the Joe Rogan kettlebell.
And I was like, oh, what you have like Pilates weight on your dick?
Yeah.
Like that's not that impressive.
Jackie comes with that every day.
Exactly. Like,
If there's a dick out there that can hold a Joe Rogan kettlebell, that's the most impressive.
that's
dick
the
of
most.
all time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't know that you guys could do that.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Have you seen those videos that are like with
Yeah.
people with coat hangers and they're like, how many coat hangers can like
Yeah.
hold me
Yeah,
up? That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
what it feels like. It's like how many pounds can my dick hold up before it snaps off?
I mean, he by the way is a despicable human.
Yeah.
Like, has been found liable of sexual assault in a civil case, beats up old people.
Yeah.
Like, he is a absolutely despicable, reprehensible person that just still kind of gets a free pass. Like, everyone's just like,
It's funny
Conor
today,
McGregor.
though, like I've seen a lot of things that are like, ugh, my goat. I'm like, now he's not your goat because of this thing. Like, he's done worse than this.
way
for
worse.
Sure.
But this is pretty bad.
It's
like,
pretty insane.
I mean, if he hadn't sexually assaulted somebody, found guilty of that civilly, this would be like the worst thing he's done. Like that is, it's actually more stupid than it is like bad, and it's bad.
Had
but
they
it's so fucking stupid.
been talking before?
No, that's
and
the
you
other
can
thing.
see it's a request.
It says like accept. So the first thing he like ever sent her, there was
Yeah,
no
you
like,
can't
hey,
be
I'm a
doing
fan,
that.
like, hey champ, oh you're hot, like, or they had hooked up or something. First message, do you accept this DM?
You gotta at
Bam.
least ease into
Crooked
it if you're not
dick.
gonna be consensual about it. That's
You gotta ease it to your
into it.
non-consensual
exactly.
sexual
You know what he
behavior.
should do? He should be hosting workout classes with men that have
So true.
dumbbells tied to their whatever. They have the male version
Clearly
of
his
that.
thing.
That's so yeah. He seems like just like a
Like-
straight up shitty human.
Yeah, he hopefully eventually gets what's coming to him, but I could also see him having like a tragic end because he's just fucked up on. It seems like he's on drugs and power, fame, like all that. Like nobody checks him. He's like the king of Ireland.
Oh, this happened last.
Yeah, that's happening all the time. I feel like they're like we now have a lot of people. I guess there was always people like this in society, but who are just like they keep getting passes. Like the whole Kanye West thing, we keep giving him like there's seriously
Have you guys
nothing.
seen what
that,
happened
like,
with him? The new Kanye thing?
No, what?
His ex-assistant is accusing him of like sexual assault, stalking, like worse. I mean, the Hitler stuff is bad. Yeah, but like
At least it's not coming from him.
trafficking, like some shit that's like taking it to the next level.
The greatest thing you can have in life, if you're a celebrity or in the spotlight, is the pass. There are just certain people who get it, and there are certain people who get like absolutely scrutinized and picked apart.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's like, if you just present as kind of crazy, like
Yeah.
Kanye, McGregor, like people are just like, oh yeah, that's how you behave. So if you're actually like a good person or regular person, or just like I behave like my regular day to day is pretty normal, and then you do something that's like a little like it's worse to be like I'm normal and I did something like kind of bad.
Yeah.
Than I'm crazy and I did something really bad.
Well, it's literally Love Island has just proved it, because Sierra was one, and she's like seriously trying to become like she poses to be this perfect, like, you know, sweet, innocent, whatever. Huda technically has like been very toxic,
dude,
and she gets a pass whatever she does.
Huda is the worst, and because she like this is a good example, because she set her bar at like fucking crazy. Scary, like borderline. Like I thought she was gonna hit somebody. People were like, I'm feeling unsafe in the house.
Yeah. And
then came down to like, I didn't even yell at him.
Yeah.
Then she's showing growth and all that shit. Fuck that. That girl was horrendous in every form, from like the crash out, screaming, yelling, and berating, to gaslighting, to lying, to even when she did it calm, but was like manipulating and fucking with Chris. Like every which way you can be shitty in a relationship, she did it, and there was still like the Huda hive, the hood rats.
Yeah.
The hood rats.
Did they call themselves that?
Well, I think like the internet came up with that in like a derogatory sense.
Yeah.
And then Sierra said like hashtag hood rats, and she's like, I thought that was like the name of her group or whatever. That final scene with Chris was last night. Like I hated how much she was getting the like redemption arc, and then she like dug her own grave again. But people didn't really like acknowledge that. I was like, she's being shitty.
All people
again.
wanted to talk about was how Chris wouldn't carry her.
I know. That was kind of crazy. That date was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That was the funniest.
For all the
river
people,
cover in the middle.
For all the people who were talking shit about the Love Island producers.
Yeah.
Watch your fucking mouth and bite your tongue, because that scene was cinematic genius. From the carrying her over the water, him doing the barefoot walk, when they're in the middle of there's about to be like a double homicide, right? And then the live music comes out.
But only for like I think they were like verse.
No. We're good. And then the breakup. And then I'm not carrying you. And
then he left, and then he came back with water shoes.
With the shoes. And I for sure thought he was going to be like, we're done, but I'll carry you one more time.
Same.
I'm not fucking carrying you. Did you see there was one of those bars that do like the live watches? The bar went wild for that.
Oh, moment. I didn't see that.
That guy for sure has he has normal like dating issues, I think. Like I think he wanted her to really like him.
Yeah.
And I think he thought that there was going to be like a light bulb moment for her where she was like, no, I do really like you. And I think his ego was hurt. But that's like normal guy shit, like normal relationship problems. What she was doing when she gave him the count of 3.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yo, if some girl ever said to me like, I'm dead ass serious, you better turn around. 3, 2, and then she was like, 2. Hello, like what are you gonna do? 1.5, 1.25. Like if a guy just totally shuts you down on that to me, I would legitimately rather you slap me in the face than be like, I'm gonna count to 3, and then you better turn around. Like you're actually treating me like your 4-year-old child that you haven't seen in like 6 weeks, by the way, who just finished her first year of school and you were not there because you were busy, whatever. That was crazy to me. The fact that they're like that she came in 3rd place.
Yeah.
If I'm Iris and Pepe, I'd be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, I will say though, like she's gonna be a star. Like she's endlessly entertaining. Like seriously.
Yeah, I guess so. But
I don't get where her like cult following comes from though.
I can't imagine really supporting her. I understand watching her for like the shit show.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's other fucking toxic girls. It's other girls who are like, this is how I treat my guy, and like I'm gonna defend it.
It was bad. Like I was
really bad.
I truly don't know what's worse, is like the way she was screaming at Jeremiah or the way she was treating Chris. Those are like equally
just, like,
as bad.
Doing that thing like, don't make me defend a man, and I just kept defending the men, dude.
I mean, I cannot believe how much grace she got and how much support she got when it was like even the baby thing, like the baby challenge where she was giving him shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, it's because she's a single mom. It's like, no, it's because she's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I want a man to love me and touch me, and he's like, will you give me a kiss? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
Which is it? I mean,
Yeah,
she was
where
all
they had
over the place,
sex, but
not making
wouldn't kiss
sense,
him.
gaslighting, manipulating, all those buzz phrase catchwords that people throw around. Like, She did all of it.
Well, the only grace I'll give her is like at least her toxicity is so apparent that it comes from like past, insecurities. Like it's out of insecurity. It's not like she's gained the system she can do in this super manipulative way where like he seriously believes that he's the bad guy. Like I feel like some people learn how to seriously make the other like question
like
themselves.
reality.
She's
He
just, like, bad at
sits there and laughs. And is like,
I mean,
that's
and both of
fucking
them.
crazy.
Jeremiah was quick to it too. As the kids say, he clocked it.
Yeah,
he clocked it. The amount of times I've seen, the amount of people using the phrase "clocked" is fucking insane.
It's so
Clock the
funny.
T, clock the T.
Clocked
But
it.
right away when she was like, "Do you know that America like hates you?" and that's why like, and he was like,
Yeah,
"I'm pretty sure it's the opposite." Like he knew right away, and Chris was, never. The fact that those two knew each other for like, I don't know, a couple weeks maybe. A week,
Not even
Seriously.
right?
Yeah.
And they were like,
Felt
if you're
less than a
sitting
couple
on like the
weeks.
most romantic date ever, both of you like this, like arguing, like just break up, just
Yeah.
fucking break up. I'm happy they did. It was like, don't even pretend to be together anymore.
I give her credit for honestly ending it there. Like
Me too, but I also feel like he was kind of being a pussy. Like he wanted to end. It seemed like he wanted to end it, but
Oh,
just
that
made
was
her
the
do
ultimate. I'm not gonna say it. You gotta say
could've
it.
But then his
said
ego was
it.
so hurt.
Yeah,
too.
I think he really expected a world where, I think there's guys like him. I'm a professional athlete. He's tall. There's been at least a handful of women in his life who just fucked him because they thought he was like a real professional athlete type of thing. I don't think he's used to girls like not liking him, that sort of thing. So I'm sure he was like, when is it gonna like register to her? When's it gonna clock to her?
When's it
that
not
I'm,
clocking
like,
to? I'm sitting on business. Yeah.
Like she's gonna be like, I'm so sorry, I love you. I'll like fucking suck your dick in front of all these guys. You know what I mean? And she didn't. And I think that like hurt his ego. But that's way different than like being a controlling, like treating you like a child.
Yeah.
Like not making any sense, contradicting yourself, and then just being like, I didn't even yell. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and the girl's like, I'm so proud of you. I was like, the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The girls should have held her more accountable.
Yeah.
Totally. Even in the very beginning, the thing with Jeremiah, they were like, oh, America must be seeing that he's like treating you badly. It's like, no, we've all are seeing that it's you. You know? And they gave her so much bail on that one that she like took it and ran with it.
And we also have to remember that Chris saw everything that went on beforehand. So he saw like all the reaction like and buzz around Hood, and so he went in for Shelly. So he probably was like, Hood is fucking crazy, but I'm going in for
And
Shelly.
then when you're like
whatever.
left with no other options, like,
but like, and then when at the end of the day you are rejected by Huda, like who you just saw everyone was like,
that's
True.
that's your
this bitch is-
scraps. And
then you're like,
yeah,
oh my god, am
Oh,
I
you must be
hideous?
the worst person ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, the amount of like I feel like there's been so much discourse around Love Island about how like this is a failure of a season and people who don't like it, which I just think is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's last season was a really big like cult classic and put them on the map, and now this one it's just like mega star status, super viewership, billions of minutes. These guys are all superstars. Everybody watched, and like the talk that like it ruined Love Island is like,
Yeah, that's
get
crazy.
the fuck out of here. Not to mention, it's all like made up shit in people's heads. Like the diehard Love Island fans are like, it should be all about love and a connection. And it's like, okay, well, Clark and Taylor were a real connection.
Yeah.
You guys just didn't like it.
Yeah.
America decided they
Shelley
want
and
these
Ace.
two, they want, and same thing with Shelly and Ace. They had like some weird issues too, but it was like they are real couples that are at least into each other. You just don't like them, America, and so you're voting against them. Like Clark was nice and fine. They just wanted it to be.
I love Clark.
What's her face?
Maya.
Tyler and Landria, right?
Nick.
Nick and Alandria.
Right, but I'm saying.
Sorry,
like,
Taylor.
when
and Alandria.
Taylor
Oh,
ditched
Taylor.
Alandria, like if you went onto the show and it was like, here's the first crop of people, and you're like, oh, I vibe with this girl.
Yeah.
And everyone likes that. America likes that. But then a new crop comes in and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this girl just makes me so much happier.
Yeah.
That's like that's the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
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 All the guys from last season ditched their girls for Casa Amor.
Yeah.
And everyone loves last season. You know?
Yeah.
And then the same thing with Nick and Alandria. Yo, that whole thing needs to be studied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just swapped those two girls out. The girls didn't care. He didn't care. America didn't care.
Yeah.
That guy was fucking another girl that he called like his closed off girlfriend for weeks. in the same room in a bed next to Olandria, and then just boom, swapped it, and everyone was like, "This is so amazing."
Yeah.
Well, not even once did they mention how they kissed, and then they were both like, "Nah, that wasn't it."
It kind of goes back to what you were saying about like people getting the pass. Like if you move in a way that people just like you, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pepe too. Pepe fucked everybody. And I don't want to sound like a hater, but he like banged a bunch of chicks, bailed on
I won't stand for Pepe slander. I can't.
His hair was looking horrible.
If you think though, like I think he had sex with at least 2 of them, maybe 3 of them, bailed on what's supposed to be like his best friend who he came in with in TJ, and everybody loves him.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Like, again, I'm not hating. That's fine. But like, there's a world where if someone else did that, like, I fucked this girl, I fucked this girl, I fucked this girl, and I ditched the one guy I was supposed to be boys with, everyone would be like, fuck that guy. And instead he's the hero.
And
it just depends on
I think
how
if
you
you're
look
like
and how you
not
act.
vocal about anything, you can do whatever you want.
you
If you're
kinda
not
just,
vocal
like,
about
flat
other
it.
people's stuff, they're not going to say anything about your stuff. So like, then you can do whatever you want.
Sierra had to be at home punching the wall, right?
And it was so
Nicolandria, it's like, that was my best girlfriend and my, like, in this world, actual boyfriend.
Yeah.
And everyone just threw you to the curb, ship this couple.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, that's like the real, it just goes to show. I the whole time I was watching that show, like, nobody liked Ace, and I understand why, but he kind of a lot of times was like spitting some facts. He was trying the hardest with the girls, doing the cute dates and everything. Like everything that I was like, I think this is how it's supposed to be. America was like the opposite. And I was so like, funny. Oh, it just kind of goes to show that I think the general public is usually wrong and fucking stupid.
Well, I was like, oh, if I were to go on a reality show, I think like I'd be hated because it's just like you can't do one thing wrong or else it like
if you were to go on a reality show
try
exactly
2 weeks
exactly
but or the total opposite.
Yeah.
If you like, I could see you being loved to the point that like people just let you get away with murder.
But I don't think so because it's like if I'm fed up with somebody and then like another girl comes and they're like, hey, like I'm gonna talk shit. Like if I can't stand somebody and then maybe that's mean girl behavior.
Look
like,
at what
I actually try and talk shit as little as possible.
Look at what Huda did. Iris came in and she was like, fuck that girl. I don't like the way she moves. I know she's not better than me.
Yeah.
And then Iris, first of all, she's the queen of this show in my mind. She's like the most normal person, all class.
Love
the
her.
fact that she was like friends with Huda after that and like gave her advice and hugs and shit after she treated her like that.
She's so sweet.
But everybody liked Huda despite the fact that she was horrible to the guys and the girls in the house. It's just like, and I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason. I think it really is sometimes. What does your voice sound like? What do you look like? How do you dress? How do you laugh? Like they might just like the way you do those things and you get a free pass, or they hate the little things and you can't do anything.
Well, it's like you could tell that she was seriously just coming from a place of hurt. Like you could tell that she has a good heart at the end of the day, but like it doesn't excuse any. Like it was seriously so.
If
I
you were
don't know
in
if
that
she has
house,
a good heart.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily give her that either. I don't know.
I mean, I think
I thought it's kind of weird when you have like a single mom going away for this.
Everyone like thinks they have good intentions. You know what I mean? No one's sitting there and they're like, I have horrible intentions. So it's like everyone like has.
Everybody has good
intentions.
intentions.
Like,
yeah, they're not like I'm going in there to like fuck with.
I don't think anyone thinks.
But if you were like, I think America being like, oh look, like she grew. It's like okay, you might think that. First of all, I think that's stupid. But for the people who were like in that house,
no, it's
like 1 week ago, you were screaming and yelling and stomping and lying, and I would be like, I'm never gonna be. I won't pick a fight with you or whatever, but I'm never gonna. You're at arm's length for the rest of my life. If I saw something like that, you know.
That's why it's like I get that. Like I did not like Sierra and like Shelly and Olandria. Like I didn't like them for a period. They kind of came around, but when they were like piling up on Huda, like that was not okay. But I was like, there's so much that we're not seeing behind the scenes, like. They are probably so fed up with her at this point, like that is like a reaction that doesn't surprise me as much.
I think their reaction was even as bad as people were saying. Like it was definitely like, ooh, like that's making me uncomfortable. But like,
yeah, like you should.
The only problem I had with that was like the girls thing. Like it was just hypocritical. But if you wanted to be like fuck Huda because she's crazy, I'd be like yeah. But you can't be like we're best friends and we're girls, and then be like you were kissing this guy and
also
all that shit.
Andrea, talk about girls. Like
that's what I mean. That's where it was bullshit. The Nicole Andrea thing is like, if I was Sierra, I'd be like. What the fuck? And not only like did this happen to me, but everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Like this is the couple.
Yeah.
I'll give her credit. She posted. She was like, I I hope they're both happy.
But she knows what she's doing.
Of course,
she hates those two like poison.
I guess you can't really say anything negative on the internet.
I actually I was giddy at first. Like I was like, oh wait, they are so cute together. But then just after a while, I was like, I actually don't think that they have chemistry.
No,
and
that was the most fake forced thing ever.
I didn't think that Alandria and Taylor had chemistry either. Like I just don't think that
they were just like together.
Yeah, exactly. So
and that's why when Taylor found Clark and he was like that did feel real.
Yeah.
Shelly and Ace I mean, I think Shelly and Ace were just like a couple that came into the show, but that's a whole other.
Yeah.
Like when people are like in general, I think if the masses, if all of the public agrees on something, I'm probably gonna be like, I disagree with that, because I just think it's. That to me, no one could ever explain that in a way where I'd be like, "Oh no, you're right. They are like the cute couple."
And there was so much information that we didn't have because they couldn't talk about Sierra, and so like to me, Nick looked kind of like sad and just shaken up because like he didn't know what to think. Like he didn't have it. He wasn't given any information. So like.
It could be like she's a fucking murderer, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna find a new girl.
Okay, but like maybe, and I also don't really think that he liked Sierra that much.
Well, dude, if you really like somebody, I heard, at least, I don't know if it's true or not, that Iris tried to leave with TJ.
I heard that.
And they wouldn't let her, which is weird. But also, like, they barely knew each other.
Iris liked TJ.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But certainly, if those kind of people are trying to leave with their couple. The fact that Nick wasn't like, I'll go home with you.
Well, it's probably because she wasn't voted off. He probably knew she did some shit, so he was like, I don't want to be the guy that goes home with this.
Well, and the ultimate thing I think is, everybody's thinking about life after this, and like, if you really did do something wrong, and I co-sign that by leaving, then like I'm in trouble too.
Yeah.
But the fact that they like neither of them missed a beat, like the next day they were together, and it was this like love story. It's like, God.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
But like I thought that they were cute at first before I kind of like it clocked like. Wait,
clocked.
Clocked. Yeah, like how weird the whole situation was. But like I thought they were cute, but then it's just like.
Imagine if that was you.
It didn't.
If you were
if I was Sierra, I'd be.
I would like murder those two people.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I'd be so mad at like America. I'd be like, I mean, that is insane that they just let that slide. You know? And then I mean, Amaya was just a guarantee to win at that point.
Yeah.
To me, there's just such a difference between like America at home liking this girl who's very goofy and bubbly, and yes, she's her own personality and speaks funny and all that stuff. Get it. To like be romantically involved in all that is such a big difference. Like, I don't know. Like
just because she seems so young.
It just seems like you're like I mean the way she talks in some of the conversations they have, I talk to Shay that way. When she was like, I love to laugh. When people say funny things, I laugh.
Yeah.
If I was talking to an adult girl, I'd be like, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you say any words correctly? Why don't you use phrases the right way?
Why horny though? So it's like kind of weird.
It
feels like an adult like.
I love Brian though. He's so sweet.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
It could
never be me.
Kind of like each other. Like
what?
I actually think they kind of like each other.
Yeah, for
sure. So too.
For sure.
Except for, did you guys catch last night when she said she thought R&R stood for Rolls Royce? Why are you thinking about Rolls Royces
if I was like dating in the courtship process with someone and they said like R&R stands for Rolls Royce, I'd be like, oh my God, like.
Well, I was just like, oh, are you really rich? Like,
that's what I was like.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of
your
your
thing
bank
that you
account.
went to.
Like, it's all very like honest and little like probably relatable things, but I just think that's very different than like watching it at home and liking her is very different than me being like, I want to have sex with this woman, I want to love this woman, I want to like. You can't tell me that you're having like, and maybe he's just kind of surface level too, but you're not having like deep.
But do you think that's something that's a front? Like, do you think
much.
that she's just like kind of playing into it and she's actually smarter than she seems?
Some of those videos from prior, she did not talk like that. So I don't know if like, something changed
earlier
or
in the
she
season,
like, got hit in the head or something. I don't know.
I also like, I love her. I seriously do think that she's like, I'm so happy that she won it. At the end, the last 2 episodes, she was screaming like so much, like she would just like have like little screams like
when she won, she
like,
grabbed his hand and like made him run around the villa.
Yeah.
Like if that was me, I'd be like, I don't want to run around right now. Like, I'm glad he's happy. Could not be less of a person. It's like Huda and 1 and 2 for me. I could never deal with that. And
but
I know this is all
like I'm actually so happy that she deserved. They both deserved
out of any of them.
So much.
But
and they're
how
so sweet.
Unbelievable would it have been if Brian took the money?
I was kind of hoping that would happen.
If any season were to do it, would be this season.
Also, wouldn't it, like, I feel like I would have done it, got all the fanfare and everything, and then been like, I'm going to give you the money, but, like, I'm a showman, and for the sake of the show, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, in the moment, to be like, fuck America's sweet. It would actually be like career and reputation suicide. Like whatever you expected to have. If you did that to Amaya, America would hunt you down.
Hunt you down.
Like worse than actual Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Brian would be treated worse than Conor McGregor today if he did that. And and that's why I know a lot of people are like, Love Island's so stupid. Why do you watch this show? It's blah, blah, blah. I get all that, but there are especially if you do internet content or just in this modern era, the stuff that we just talked about where Nico DeLandria got a pass, Pepe got a pass, Huda got a pass, Brian, it really is putting on display how interesting and intricate it can be to move in this internet era. You know what I mean? So make people like you or don't like you, and you're one bad move away from being canceled or becoming the hero, and you can't really. There's no rhyme or reason to it. If you went onto Love Island being all right, I want to come out beloved, I would not think steal the guy who was closed off with the girl, but that's what worked for Orlandria. Yeah. And Amaya being I love the fact that Amaya was the only one who didn't try to have her socials pumping during all this, and she walked out with 2.5 million TikTok and 2.3 million Instagram followers. Yeah. The genuine, real, authentic person came out on top, but. I don't know. To me, that it's almost that's what I find most interesting about that show is the social experiment aspect of it. I don't think any of the couples are really that real. I think last season was an anomaly. Maybe you find love, maybe you don't. But to me, it's the internet content side of it is very, very interesting. Could you imagine coming home and just for good or for better or worse, finding out all of this, that for the last 6 weeks you've been mega famous, things that you said that went viral, the fact that they didn't know the mommy thing was a big deal. Yeah. Nicolandria, they were using the wrong nickname. They're saying Frico, Nico. Yeah. All these things that are just I was trying to think of if there are any other examples of people who became famous and didn't know it. I guess prior to the internet, you could get famous and not really realize it. But in this era, is there any way that you become famous for a decent amount of time and then find out after the fact?
If you're a kid, maybe, who doesn't understand.
Yeah, right. There was some...
The Rizzlers.
I was about to say, but I think the Rizzler knows.
There was some, artist who... What happened? Somebody won't know this story. I'm not going to say it well. But basically, he created music, and then one person found it in... I want to say South Africa or some
blew up overseas,
random, and it completely blew up, and they were his king, and he was some almost
they were his king. What'd you say?
They just loved him. They loved him. They played his music. He was so viral in South Africa or something like that. I think he was almost like a symbol of hope, something like that. He was huge. It's something sugar. And anyways, he had no idea the whole time. Because they didn't really have, I don't know. I'm not doing a good job of whatever. But then he found out right before he died. Then he was.
Oh no!
I need to know who this is.
Yeah. I'll get more research and whatever. But okay, wait. Few questions. First of all, if any couple were to have somebody keep the money, who would it have been?
Chris and Huda, I think.
Yeah.
Chris and Huda.
Either of them would have kept it probably.
And that's about it, I think.
I could see, yeah.
I also wonder if more money makes it more... logically, you would say, if there's $1 million, split it no matter what, because now you're walking away with 500,000 versus if you take 50, as we know, that's really 25. That's not really changing your life. So that's when you need to, if you really needed the money, you would probably take it. But I almost feel if you made it more money, that people would be more inclined to take it, which seems backwards. Yeah. But if it was
But then if you make it more money, then people are in it for the money and not for the...
Yeah. They almost need to... They really... I think the way they produced that show, I also love the production aspect of it, because everything else is so drawn out. Mm-hmm. The fact that finale was 2 hours is fucking insane. Everything is we're about to reveal it, and they cut to you, and they cut to you, and then they take, and it takes, and then for the who has the money, they just were here are your envelopes, open them up. And Maya was it's 0, Brian's 100. So I think they want to downplay the money aspect. Yeah, they should almost remove the money aspect.
I mean, no one's ever gonna not split it,
especially now that you're going to go out on the outside and make at least $100,000, all of you. So don't worry about that anymore. Yeah. Just make it about the love, and then you don't have to worry about the scheming and the scamming. I mean, the production, conspiracy theories and the fan fiction that people came up with in their heads. No, I think we hear that all the time. You put people like Barstool or these people in a room, and weird shit's gonna happen. Yeah. It's not the producers pulling strings.
But also, I will say, a lot of times when I've watched a good amount of seasons of Love Island, every single time I sometimes don't even watch the last 3 episodes because I lose so much interest. Yeah. A part of me wonders if they because also it's like everyone's just happy, the ends are tied up, you're already satisfied.
Yeah,
You're like,
it runs out of steam by the
end. It runs
end.
out of steam by then that I'm almost wondering if they're like, we have so much traction on this, we cannot have our last 3 episodes flop. And then Shelly and Ace, they were like, they're a legitimate couple, but Huda is like, we seriously she always delivers. Like, we never know what's coming with her. So she's more valuable to keep. I do wonder if they purposely sent, like, even though the votes were more to keep.
You could
could
for
see
sure just be
that.
like,
and
America
she did
said
until
this.
the
And like,
very end, Huda was grabbing onto Nick in the pool.
I know. She ruined a lot of those moments.
But
at the very end.
she was entertaining until the very
Yeah,
end. Like,
yeah.
they made a good choice by keeping her. If that was the case.
I think that like you can probably do things like that, but I don't think you can like make Nick and Alandria.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess they could have said like these two got voted off, and if they came up with the idea to keep them in that moment, then fine. But I just think that was always kind of part of the plan.
I also wonder if because Nick and Alandria, they have seriously like zero access to the other world. They have no idea what's going on. So if a producer even insinuates like, oh, you should go for Alandria, they know everything that's going on in the world. So
Yeah.
they're probably like,
Just I'll listen to you and
they're like, I'll listen to you. I guess this is what is wanted.
And I think now, I was thinking about the way like Austin called out Ace during that like mailbox thing. I think some people are probably like, we need to make sure this season in general is watched and talked about.
Yeah.
And we all benefit from that. So let's fucking go, you know?
Yeah.
But-
Why did they call that standing on business? Why didn't they call it like you've got mail?
Yeah, there was a lot of other.
Because they just wanted to use like a TikTok
but they should have made
Yeah.
then the thing like instead of a mailbox, you should have, like stood on something, stood
Yeah.
on like a pedestal or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But yeah, either way, the people being like, I saw somebody say, like the it needs to be studied, the downfall in one season to blow up and then ruin it all. Like nothing was ruined.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna watch it a billion more seasons.
Yeah.
If anything, this like made it better. I mean, you had 2 people sent home, you had couple swapping, you had fights, you had toxicity, you had single mom. I mean, all like that is a trash reality TV show dream. And
Yeah.
anyone who thinks otherwise is like literally making up stories in their head.
Yeah.
Jackpocket is America's #1 lottery app. Jackie, fill in for Feitelberg.
Jackpocket.
Order lottery tickets on the go with Jackpocket. Over $970 million in lottery prizes have been won by Jackpocket customers using the app. That means almost $1 billion. You could put it over the top. Make it $1 billion in winnings at Jackpocket. Whether you're ordering Powerball or Mega Millions or the state-specific lotteries, you know, Cash 4, Pick 5, Cash for Life. In certain states, you could do the scratch-offs. Jackpocket has it all. New customers right now get $5 in lottery credits. So you could buy, you know, $5 tickets, a couple $2 tickets, all when you use promo code KFC2 at Jackpocket. So download the Jackpocket app. Click opt in to redeem the offer and use code KFC and the number 2 to get $5 in lottery credits when you sign up at Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. Oh, this is good for you girls here. Have you seen this thing going viral about the state of dating in New York City so bad that girls are stealing lunches?
No.
Seen this?
No.
Okay, so as the story goes, I don't know if I believe it or not. Maybe you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Girls are going to like Just Salad and Sweet Green and shit like that. They are stealing lunch orders of finance bros,
Okay.
looking them up on LinkedIn, and being like, "I took your salad by accident. Like, let me make it up to you. Let's go out." And because they can't
Write that
find
down.
it.
I was gonna say brilliant.
Write that down.
Brilliant.
I think that this probably happened like once. I think somebody probably did like grab the wrong thing and then was trying to be nice and like sent them a message, and then they clicked a little bit, and some girl tells that story to her girlfriends, and she's like, "Oh, I need to try to do that." And then like a little urban legend goes viral. But maybe not. I don't know. Do you think that girls are actually doing this?
There's no way that like it's a common thing.
For me, I hear that and I'm like, oh, it's a good idea. But for me, I'm too like lazy to do something like that. So
Wouldn't
if there's
you-
someone super motivated to do that, maybe. But
If you wanted a finance bro, there's no shortage of them, and I can tell you where to find them. Like,
Yeah.
give you $1 million. Just go to a bar in Murray Hill. Go to a bar in the financial
Yeah.
district. Go to a bar in the right neighborhoods, and like just find the guy in the Patagonia vest.
Yeah.
And go over to him and be like, "I'll have sex with you."
maybe
Yeah.
it's just easier to DM to just
Well,
message
so
people
so
without talking to them in person.
Dave said like it does take away the in-person rejection, but like I don't know, we're going to extreme lengths. I mean, when are girls really that worried about rejection in general? Like on the whole,
all
pretty,
the time.
yeah, pretty
in
bad.
comparison to guys.
Much
Yes.
worse than guys.
Yes.
because we don't have to like
exactly.
But
we're the ones always like chasing, and you can just say
we,
no, and we are the ones who get rejected.
When we put ourselves out there, like or like make the first move, it's kind of a bigger deal. I feel like so getting
right because that's what I mean because you never do it. So guys are always doing it, and like 75% of the time feeling rejection.
Yeah, but also it's like then that's so much more pressure to be like, well, we're not even supposed to be. Like, girls shouldn't be rejected because we're supposed to be like, I don't chase, I attract. Like,
but
yeah, I know.
I know. Yes, I get what you're saying, but that's all a product of the fact that guys have just been getting rejected for fucking ever.
Yeah. But it's not as much pressure for them because it's like if a guy hits on me when I'm out and I like say no, it's probably like the 10th girl that guy's hit on a night, so it doesn't.
This is my point.
No, but guys have so
and it hurts every fucking time.
Girls are so like they already have so many reasons to be riddled with insecurity that like I feel like it's like the one thing yes. I my ego personally I'm just not like guys just are more resilient in that sense where like they can take. Like I cannot, I can't. Like
you bitches.
Sorry, I don't know, but like I already like, am so self-conscious.
Walk a mile in our shoes, walk a minute in our shoes.
Yeah, but like, you know, like walk a minute in our shoes. Yeah. And you would kind of be like, this will send me over the fucking edge if I get rejected. Like I will kill myself.
I will kill myself.
Like, I won't like make a first move unless I've had 12 people tell me that like he definitely will have sex with you. Then I'll like think about saying hi.
Yeah.
I think that you guys created this world, and now it's time to pay the piper. This is just all.
Did we create this world?
I don't know if we created this world.
I think so.
I think it was. I think we both built it together.
Yeah.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
I don't even really know when I say this world because it's like this is one that I'm not even involved in because I don't even know if guys really get that much rejection anymore because you just like throw out a million lines on a dating app and like 10 say no but 2 say yes and you don't even give a fuck.
I mean, there are certain guys.
If you like back in the olden days. If you go out with the intent of like I want to try to hook up tonight and you just strike out like a million times, it's insanely demoralizing.
What's the worst rejection you've ever gotten?
There was a girl I went on a date with that at a point where like I usually had a pretty good feel for like if things were going well or not, you know. And at a point, it was like when Barstool was big enough, it was easier than it was. Like when I was a young guy, it was like, you know, they call it getting lucky for a reason. You had to just get lucky to find a girl who was like, yeah, I'll go home with you. You know what I mean? And this was like, I think I know when this is going well or not. And like at the end of the date, we were saying goodbye, and I went to try to kiss her, and she like gave me the full like cheek, and I was like, oh. Like, because I just didn't. I was like, I think this went well enough. I wasn't like, let's go home and like fuck right now. But it was like, yeah, we're gonna give a kiss and we'll go our separate ways and I'll like try to link up with you again. And it was like, and I remember being like, oh my god. But that was in terms of like going up to a girl at a bar and like trying like there's been a million just like get the fuck out of here, you know.
Also the other thing I'll say is you guys get rejected more so at the front end, but girls get rejected at the back end, where it's like
we were dating for like 2 years, and you're like, I want to get married, and it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Or like 3 months, the 3 months, like all guys are just like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, that is fair. That's a fair point.
All right, I feel like we found a middle ground.
I'm trying to think of any of my like really bad rejections. Yeah, it's usually just like you kind of. I just could get the hint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't let it get to a point of like really bad. I'd be like, all right, let's move on because they're not feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, also girls can like pick up when a guy's hitting on her so much more easily than
it's like, are they talking
when a guy's hitting on a girl?
Yeah.
Or when a girl's hitting on a guy. I mean, I feel like guys can't tell unless you have to put yourself out there so hard to where you get rejected. There was like no gray area. It's like
then there's guys like Feitelberg who don't even realize like what's going on. A girl needs to be like, I want to go have sex with you before he realizes that there's like any sort of attraction.
And even then he's like, oh.
Yeah, then he's like, I don't want that. Yeah. But I would just say that if you're stealing lunches, finding people online, sending them messages, to ultimately then be like, do you want to meet at a bar? Like, just go to the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Or just like look them up on LinkedIn and send them a message and just be like, I want to fuck you. like that I think would work better than like I stole your lunch.
It's pretty smart though. I'm trying to think of.
It's pretty smart though.
Have there been any like times where you accidentally ended up like kind of it was a cute like meet cute? I'm trying to think if I have.
Yeah, like one of those movie things that's like not actually real.
the way I met my like best guy friend was I literally was, it would have been like not cute, whatever, but I was getting off the subway and like I saw him and I like, we'd gone to school together, but we never were friends. I kind of recognized him, and I like walked off the subway and instantly stepped in like a pile of human feces.
Oh my God.
And slipped, and he like technically like caught me and then was like, wait, also like I recognize you, and like we went to USC together, and like then we've been like best friends since. But
no romance though.
No romance. But
that
like
would be a great one.
It would have been,
such a good
except
story.
for the fact that it was like
and
human
then
feces.
Jackie stepped in human shit.
Yeah.
That's such a good story.
Sometimes you step in shit and you find your, blah blah blah, little cute little fucking one-liner like that.
Yeah, exactly. But that would have been a crazy, like, had it been a romantic thing. I wouldn't have loved to tell that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a bar on St. Patrick's Day once, super crowded, but I had a seat at the bar, and then it like got piled in for St. Patrick's Day, and a girl like came up to the bar and was right next to me, and it was like so crowded, people were like pushing, and somebody farted, and it smelled horrendous, and I remember like just being like, not even thinking like I'm going to try to hit on this girl. It was more like, this place is so crowded. I fucking hate this. And it's so much chaos. And I remember being like, oh my God, your farts stink. Like so gross. And it was the best like opening line I've ever had. It was like,
wow.
That's
it worked.
a good one.
It worked. No, it was not. I mean, it happened to work on that girl. I would not recommend using it again.
Yeah.
But it was one of those like when you least expect it. And then I had to go to the bathroom so bad, but we were like trapped in this like spot together, and I was like, as soon as I get up to go to the bathroom, it's gone, it's over. So I needed to like, get her number and figure everything out. And I remember being like, I got to get this done now, or like I'm going to pee in my pants.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up getting her number, and I had to go so bad, but it was the most crowded bar in the world. So when I got up to go, the line was so long, I just ran outside and peed outside. Just like straight up in the streets of New York City, just like, I'm gonna have to pee on these streets right
romantic.
now. Yeah, it was pure love, pure romance.
That
true
actually
love.
is kind of cute. Like
I
almost peed my pants for you.
girl.
Yeah.
I don't have
Your
any.
farts stink, and I almost peed my pants.
I don't have any of those stories because like nothing cute happens in college.
Yeah, you're
Like,
also from a
nothing
different
cute.
time. I feel like that's not true though. By the way, cute things can happen in
yeah.
college. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call
Not
it
at
cute,
my-
but like
no.
memorable. Or where'd you go to school?
Tulane in New Orleans.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a different story. No one's trying to even be cute. It's like, let's just get blacked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's cute in its own right. It's got
It's
its
gotta
own.
be like, it's like, oh, we were in class together and then we shared.
No, it's like I'm
No.
racking my
Hand
brain,
grenades
and
and-
every single time it would be like, my friend thinks you're hot, and I'd be like, okay, he's kind of cute, and then like we would hook up. Like
That's kind of college in general, though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
how it
I remember
goes.
like I had communications classes, and there was this one communications class, and like there was communications. Of course, every girl was like gorgeous because whatever, and like there was no guys in it, and there was one cute boy.
Is that a thing, by the way?
Yeah, it's
Communications
like,
degree is like a hot girl thing.
yeah, it's a hot girl thing. It's like
Okay.
guys don't do it unless
What
they're
were you doing in
athletes.
there?
So funny, so funny. Obviously, I was in that class, and there was one cute boy, and so I was just like, it's literally a whole theater of like hot girls. Like, no way. He ended up thinking I was cute, and we hooked up.
Hey,
And I was like, I'm the
Go.
hottest bitch here. That was
Love Island winner right there.
yeah,
Let's go.
exactly. And then he ghosted me, and then we never talked again. So it wasn't.
That
it
sounds
didn't end
about
up
yeah,
being
that's
that
how
cute.
all my college meeting stories are clouded by the end of the story, which is always
Yep.
like, and then he fucked someone in front of me, and that was that. Or
Yeah,
something like
exactly,
that.
yeah.
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 Did that happen? Somebody fucked somebody in front of you, or you're saying that?
I mean, not fucked in front of me, but I probably 4 times did guys that I was talking to like hook up with a girl in front of me. Probably at least 4 times.
Really?
And that wasn't like a me
That's
thing.
Love
Like that
Island
makes
too.
it. Yeah, that wasn't even just like a me thing that happened to all my
Was
friends
it
all the
inside
time.
of a challenge or outside of a challenge?
That feeling when
kissing
you
outside
when you
challenges.
see him and some other girl hooking up in front of you, and you just have to like continue to party and like fist bump. As
I never
if
would
nothing's
continue to
wrong.
party. I would
Jesus,
just
that's
like
barbaric,
I would just
man.
like leave. I would go home all the time.
I would just-
Again, that's like a thing where like I would just never do that to somebody, but like there are people who would and don't care, and they just
Yeah.
get the pass.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like, I don't know, he was partying, man.
Yeah.
But if it's like if you establish it, you're not the type of guy to do that, and then you do something even half as bad as that, people.
Yeah.
The guys I would get with would set the bar super low, kind of like Huda. Like they would be like, "I'm such a piece of shit," and I'd be like, "But you're different from me."
Yeah. Yeah.
They
I'll
never
change you.
were.
So
They never
easy.
were.
You girls are too easy.
Fuck.
Are you? Have you kept up with the Jeff Nadu storyline going on right now?
Can somebody? He's
This
on a
is-
no-fly list, maybe.
This is one of my favorite Barstool storylines ever. This
I
is
need
the
a
type of
masterclass
shit.
on this.
This is the type of shit that like same thing as like when people are like the producers are faking it. Like people would expect this to be fake at Barstool, and this is as real as it gets. Jeff Nadu, if you don't know, is one of these fringe Barstool characters, has had like part-time jobs and like internships, but never had a full-time gig, has been offered a full-time gig and like turned it down. Him and Rico are mortal enemies. They are the Batman and the Joker, and I don't know who's who.
Okay.
They are Peter Griffin and the chicken.
Yeah.
They're constantly fighting. Is this a new video?
Yeah.
This is yesterday when he said.
Okay. So they've been fighting because they're both in the gambling space. They're both fighting for the attention of Dan and Dave. Rico is like the OG and been through, 4 presidencies. Nadu has been the guy trying to replace him. And so they always had this rivalry. And one of the things that Rico, because he's a psychopath and has his army, his riders, they dig and find, secrets about people and all that shit. One of the rumors that they started or found out, have on good authority, is that Jeff Nadu is on a no-fly list. That he did something where he's not allowed to fly on American flights.
Yeah.
And then, which is like, okay, whatever. I don't know. That's silly. Then there's been a couple instances where it's like, Jeff, you're supposed to fly to Barstool, Chicago, and like his flight mysteriously gets canceled. And he said, I'm going on a vacation to like Greece and like never went. All these examples of like you should be on a plane and never went. And the one time he did show up to something, people like had it on good authority that he drove like a really long distance rather than just flying. So enough like examples where it's like maybe this guy can't get on planes.
Yeah.
And by the way, to be on a no-fly list, you have to be like a terrorist. Like it's not like
I was gonna say, is it hard to get on one of those?
I would imagine. I don't think it's something, it's like, I think, it's like getting banned from a stadium for like streaking. It's like, how do they enforce that? It's like the TSA can enforce that. So if you're on like a no-fly list, your name pops up and you're flagged because you're violent or did drugs or did terrorism or hijacked a plane.
Yeah.
You're not getting on the plane. So that was always the rumor. Then fast forward to yesterday, Nadu puts up this video saying, wheels up in a bit, let's go win some money. Where was he saying he was going, Steve?
Oh.
Or just play the clip.
Yeah.
Is there volume on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you dickheads. You got any more fucking questions? He can't fly. He can't fly. I'm in the fucking airport, dickheads. Look, let me show you. You want to see something? Let's show you security so you guys can fucking see that I'm not on any bullshit. See, look. I made it through. See that? The fucking TSA guy said he loved my shirt. Fucking dickheads. All you fucking clowns. Wait till you get that fucking subpoena in the mail, you fucking dickheads.
So.
All you people that push this fucking rumor. I'm coming for you.
Okay, so now he's threatening legal action to anybody.
He's a little too defensive about it.
Well, so
What if he's like, I'm gonna blow you guys up and he just gets out?
So this video goes up. Everyone's like, oh shit. Nobody's heard from him since. Radio silence since this moment. No pictures of him on the plane. No pictures of him getting off the plane. No tweets since he said he was getting on the plane. So now it's fueling what we call at Barstool a Hell's Bells moment, which is a callback to when Dave was beefing with Chrissy Teigen. When Chrissy Teigen was really active on Twitter, they were fighting over something. Dave was tweeting about either her or a topic that she was engaged in, and she wrote being like, yeah, tough guy, like whatever she said. It wasn't even that good of a burn, but you know how if a celebrity who doesn't really play in the mud like says anything, everyone's going to be like, oh shit, Dave got dunked on by Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah.
Now, so she sends that tweet, and Dave doesn't reply for like hours and hours and hours. And it was because, I think this all started because it was an award show was happening. So he was tweeting about her or John Legend at the award show. That's why she dunked on him. Dave was filming his TV, something that happened at the award show, and he was trying to take the song Hell's Bells and put the music into the tweet.
Okay.
And because all of us, and particularly Dave at that point, were not tech savvy, he did not know how to do that. So he said he was on his phone trying to make a Hell's Bells video for like hours and hours. And that's why he didn't see her tweet and didn't reply. And everybody on Twitter was like, where's Dave? Dave's in hiding. Dave's dead. Chrissy Teigen killed Dave. The next day on the rundown, me and Dan wore suits and we had a funeral for Dave where Chrissy Teigen killed you. But he said, I was making a Hell's Bells video. So now anytime you don't reply to getting dunked on, we say Hell's Bells.
Okay.
And so Nadu is in the middle of a Hell's Bells moment. And now everyone's anticipating his tweet, which is another Barstool thing. when everyone zeroes in on like a story and a person, and we're waiting for the first tweet to happen after the big event, like when Neil was the guy who ran Barstool Chicago before Dan, and we started Barstool Chicago, the Twitter handle, and we were growing all of the followers, and then it was like, okay, now we open Chicago, here is your Twitter account, and he changed the picture, the logo, to his picture, and his avatar, he looked like Mike White, like Ned Schneedley. Like, and we didn't know what he looked like, and not that any of us are like supermodels, but he just looked a little bit like nerdier and kind of bald, and we were like, that's what Neil looks like, and it just created this frenzy of like, what is Neil's first tweet going to be? And I mean, we had it was called Neil for Neil was the hashtag, because everyone was like on their knees waiting for Neil. And it was like people were tweeting like rock me mama like a wagon Neil, like anything that you could put the word Neil into, and it just built like this whole frenzy. And he just totally, like, I think his first tweet was like, hello Chicago, and everyone was just like, womp womp womp. But Nadu has a moment here where like his first tweet back from either his flight or TSA prison or wherever the fuck he's going could light the world on fire. I don't know what it's going to be or what happened, but there's enough there that I'm like, is this motherfucker on the TSA no-fly list? Like, can he really not fly?
Or people are saying like he just has, maybe he has a fear of flying.
Right, and then like, so Rico's trying to push that okay, either he's on the no-fly list or he's fraudulent and he's a liar. He's a pathological liar because he says he does all these things, but he's too afraid to fly. Yeah. Dave is like, no, there's a very big difference between being afraid to fly and being a terrorist.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that he like went to the airport just to be like, look, I'm at the airport, and like didn't even have a flight. Yeah. If you get past security, I'm pretty sure you get past TSA.
Pass, yeah.
So I don't know what it is. All I know is that these are the stories that are too ridiculous to be fake.
Can you even buy a flight if you're on the no-fly list?
I don't think so. I don't know how the no-fly the no-fly list feels like one of those things that's like kind of made up.
List.
Like, yeah.
It's like Santa's like naughty or nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are some like actual terrorists who can't get on planes, but I don't think like like the Tiffany Gomez, the girl went viral for like, I'm pretty sure she could like get on a plane again. You know what I mean? So I don't even know where like this no-fly list came from or how a regular person would get on it without being like, I've hijacked a plane before. Well, but
maybe like...
Also, it's a weird one more thing. If somebody said this about me, like the next day, I would just go book a flight just to, I'm going to fly from like Philly to New York and back. Like a quick trip, just be like, I'm on a plane. And like, I win, you lose. Right. I'm Nadu, you're Rico, I win, you lose. Like, so the fact that he hasn't done that, and I think there's a lot of tweets of him being like, he will never leave Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's where he lives. He's like, I'll never leave Lancaster. It's like, maybe because you can't? I don't know.
Maybe like he couldn't for a certain amount of time. Like
Could
he
be,
did
like
something
probation.
and he finally got off probation. He's had a flight booked for the day he got off.
Yeah.
What you're saying, like why wouldn't he have just done it the next day then?
But more importantly, unless he's very savvy, and for the most part, I think he kind of knows how to work himself on social media, but I wouldn't call him like a genius. Mm-hmm. If he's like, I'm going to go to the terminal, show a video, and then go radio silent and let like the bubble like you got to be pretty savvy to figure all that out. So either he's like a marketing genius and he's like, I'm going to tease this and then not post no pictures of the plane, no pictures of my destination, and like let this grow to a point where everyone's talking about it, or something happens. Like, I don't know, maybe he couldn't get on the plane. Maybe his plane crashed. Maybe, I don't know, like anything. He had a heart attack on the plane. I don't know. But something, there has to be some explanation for doing this, making a spectacle of it, and then not following up like 24 hours later.
Like, he's got to come with a picture that has like 10 girls behind him.
Yes.
A sign at a club being like, just landed.
Yes,
like
yeah. Like he said, wheels up should be like wheels down.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and that's what he does, by the way. There's a lot of videos of him. Like, he goes to these like bars and clubs in Pennsylvania, and it'll be like 1 a.m. and he'll like have some like Latina chick behind him like dancing, and he'll be like kind of doing the Rizzler, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna do. That's what I do. So like, he's got to have something in the chamber ready to go of like him being cocky. But
what this is like a Leah Michelle situation where everyone's like, well, I've actually never seen her read.
Right.
And then it like builds
how do you
on
prove?
each other.
Yeah.
It's very this is kind of the theme of the episode, is like when America or the internet decides something about you, and you can't really like prove it or not prove it. Like, like you can't be ridiculous and be like, all right, here's a book I'm gonna start reading. Like, I don't know. And then you feel like you're like, now you're trying. That's what someone who wouldn't be able to read like would do. You know? Yeah. So sometimes these storylines just like go, and I don't know if he's playing into it or if he's puppet master or a puppet, but it's like Rico, Dave yelling at each other, Nadu, terrorism, no fly list. It's one of those things where I'm like, how does this happen? And that's just one of like a million at this company. Like there's just so many of these stories that are you can't get this anywhere else. So
what has your favorite saga been?
I would say, I mean, maybe I'm a little biased, but I think even if I was not involved in it, I think the Tiko Texas rap battle, like the fact that this like hood rat random rapper from Houston, Atlanta, wherever she claims she's from, like that all started because I was talking about Ariana Grande.
What about her?
Like at that point, I was still with Caitlin, and Caitlin's a big Ariana Grande fan, so it was one of those like in our house we are like team Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And Big Sean and her had just broken up, and I wrote some tweet I think I wrote a tweet being like, and I like Big Sean, I was just doing this to be like an asshole on the internet. I was like, good, like Ariana Grande is a superstar, Big Sean's like a C-list rapper, she needs to be with like a megastar. And then Tiko acted like Big Sean's like her brother.
Yeah.
And was like, you will not speak about my boy that way. Like, you corny fucking white boy, blah, blah, blah. And then I engaged with her on Twitter. She makes her song. Dave co-signs her song. Like, flies her out. And she's on the rundown and all this shit. And then I make my song about her and include Dave. And then Dave makes his response to me. So, like, this one tweet about Ariana Grande leads to me and Dave making rap battles at each other.
Yeah.
That was 2015, so not early, but like, you know, a while ago. And that was a moment where I was like, I think we can do like anything at this company.
Yeah.
Because not that, like those were like good songs, but they were good enough that it was like if the bloggers can also make videos and do podcasts and make rap songs and like all that shit, like we can literally do anything.
Yeah.
So that to me was the most like, how did this come
now
about?
The one thing we like can't do is make songs, make music.
Ironically,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's what we need to get back to, is just making original music that we own.
Yeah.
The only songs you can put in your videos are ones that you put out yourself.
We got to do my
You still have to
song.
make your rap.
Yeah, my rap.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It was just
give
the
me some.
10-year anniversary in June was 10-year anniversaries of second round TKO. So.
Really? Oh my gosh! Maybe we'll play at the end of this.
I still
This
I
episode.
mean that's maybe my crowning achievement. I love doing that. That was like some of the most fun. The only thing that I wish is back then I was just like kind of a one man operation, so like I didn't have any footage of me making the video or making the song. Like,
Yeah. Did BC
I wish I had
produce
what?
it?
Huh?
Did Brendan produce
No,
it?
it was one of Caitlin's friends from college is like a music producer.
Yeah.
And he had a song that he was trying to sell to HBO for a boxing event. That's why it was all about knockouts. And it was supposed to be for like the commercials, coming in and out of commercials. Like they play this song and they have this hook. And he was like, they didn't buy it. I just have this song sitting around. Do you want it? And so we made that. And I think that shit goes.
Yeah.
I think it's still an enjoyable track.
Do you listen to it ever? Like
My kids listen to it.
Oh, really?
I played it for them, and I always come up with like something to say to them during like the really bad parts. Like I told them there's a couple words you can't hear, but like when I tell Dave I'm gonna smack his face with my penis, I always like turn down the volume and like
Wait, I have to listen to it again. I do not.
yeah
remember it.
yeah. I say bitch a lot. I call girls bitch. I say Dave I'm gonna slap penis. And I'll always turn it down and be like, "Are you like? Did you get your seatbelt on back there, or something like that? Whatever." But they'll be like, "Can you put on your song?"
Have your kids had that like cussing phase where kids become obsessed with certain cuss words?
Yeah, a little bit. They are very curious. They're always asking me like, "Why are certain words not allowed?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think it's weird too. There's just certain things that society deemed not allowed." But then they'll also like Keegan's been saying butt cheek a lot. I'll just be like, calls me and Shay butt cheeks, you know. And then his little brother. The other day said butt cheek, and I was like, this is why you can't say it, because like your 2-year-old brother is now saying butt cheek, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a fascination with that, and I kind of get it. They're sort of
get
like,
it too.
why
Why
can't
can I
I
not
say
say
this
that?
and why can't I say that? You know.
Calling people butt cheeks is always
That's
good
so
stuff.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Okay, wait. So real quick, going back to the new thing, do you think that there's any world in which he like tries to brush it under the rug and like just posts as normal, or like is nobody
He
gonna let
can.
him?
I mean, there's like again, the Neil tweet was an example of like everyone was like fever pitch, and they're like, oh, that was a total letdown. There's every chance that Nadu just says like, my flight got canceled, and everyone's just like, that sucks. If he had a sense for the moment, if he's the showman that I think he is, one way or the other, he should make a spectacle of this. Maybe that's what's taking so long. Maybe his flight just got canceled. He went home and then realized, fuck, I got to do something. So he's scrambling to make like another flight and like do something. Cause
I mean, if he says his flight got canceled, he can't fly.
Then he can't fly.
Yeah. He's got to have like a real. That tweet is not like amidst the drama, right? No. That was just like probably right after he sent the video.
Yeah.
So he has not really had one that was like, since the frenzy that he would know, okay, everyone's expecting my tweet.
Has Rico been speaking on it?
Rico's walking around here like he's just going like, told you. Hey, listen, I told you. I got an inside source who said he can't fly. He's not able to fly. A lot of that going on.
On Friday, they were like prank calling him, I think. They were like, I couldn't hear, but all I could hear was like them erupting into laughter.
That's what they were doing on Friday?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nadu is an enigma because he did like basically have an offer to work here, and like, very few people usually turn down Barstool offers. They at least give it a go, and see what can come of it.
This guy's like Bigfoot to me. I always hear about him, and I'm like, what's he doing?
Yeah. He's got a podcast about mafia. He's obsessed with the mob, and he like sits down with like mob guys, and like I think it does fairly well for like a individual. It doesn't have like a company. But yeah, this is one of the all-time sagas reaching like a kind of a point of no return. Like either you are a terrorist or like we're gonna find out the answer. You're on a plane.
We're finally gonna get our answer somehow.
I get like the betting rivalry, but why is the rival? It seems like the rivalry's like runs like super deep.
Anybody who like Rico, was like the Dan and Dave guy, the gambling guy, and he's obviously very territorial. And this guy came in kind of being like, he's also like an asshole too, and then it just becomes this like, two guys like fighting over like honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a real man. No, you're a real. Like, you know what I mean? That sort of
nothing,
thing.
basically,
And they're just like the perfect like foil for each other. You know what I mean? Some rivalries you just can't fabricate, and Nadu versus and Rico will there's been times where Jeff will show up to something and Rico will get up and like leave the room.
Oh really?
And like. Shit like that where he's like, I will not be in the same room as this guy. I will not say hello to him.
They actually like each other?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, no. I don't know enough about Nadu. I would say he does not. I know like Rico does not like Nadu. He thinks he's like a bad guy.
This guy kind of freaks me out. Like I've known who he was for a while, and he kind of freaks me out.
I've only had like pleasant interactions with him.
Same,
he seems
same.
like a nice guy.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but every time I hear something about him, he's like, he's doing the best rack draft, and I'm like, I don't necessarily love
Listen,
this person.
I'm not saying he's the most intellectual.
No, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah, but he has awful haircuts. I'll say that. Yes.
Do you think he shows up to Summer House because I know Beach House?
Yeah, those rumors. Yeah.
I don't know what I don't think they're going. I don't think you can just like crash the Beach House. I think there's going to be like some rules about that. So I don't even. he might like ask to be invited or something, but I don't think you can just like show up to that sort of stuff. Are you guys getting excited? Like, are you? I don't know how this is gonna work because I think Barstool. I know Barstool is like too popular to like just go to the shore. Like, because that was happening. I used to go to where you guys are going. It was like my summertime spot. Me and my friends used to rent a house there for the summer or at least a month and go to all those bars, and it was like the most fun I've ever had. And it reached a point where like 10 years ago. Where I was like, I really can't like enjoy myself anymore. Like it's just too much attention and lines and pictures and that was me and a long time ago. Yeah. And now you're talking about like Brianna and all you guys and and everyone knows it. Like people would just see me or run into someone at Barstool at the beach and it was a big deal. Let alone like we know these weekends you guys are gonna be there and there's only like 5, 6, 7 whatever bars that you can possibly go to. And they're already popular and crowded is. I just don't know like logistically how that's gonna work. Like Brianna's going to get Brianna's gonna need like security.
Yeah. Well, there's gonna be security and it also seems like they're preparing like somewhat with the bars, like maybe having areas for us.
Yeah. Like at a minimum, you have to have a VIP area.
It's gonna be. I mean, no one knows who I am. It's gonna be awesome. I can do whatever I want. They're like trying to get Brianna, and I'm just like.
Well, I think it's gonna be like that meme of like the soldier falling. It's like Brie, and then like all of us get fucked up in the back. Like,
I wish like I just the bars that you are probably going to are like legitimately my favorite bars in the world.
Do you have any tips besides don't touch the blinds at DJs?
Don't touch the blinds. DJs is I've gone. DJs was like a bucket list. Check it off. That's not my scene. Obviously, I mean it's like juice head Guidos or like, you know,
Yeah.
and music and shit.
I've
that I
never
like.
even been to
Yeah,
Jersey.
same.
To me, it's like DJs or Parker House, and I would imagine you girls would be more Parker House girls.
That's apparently where people have like met their husbands. I think that's where
Yeah.
Fran met her husband. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's
a
a
lot of
very
my friends have said-
every time I've gone there. There's 2 bars that I know of like this. There's Parker House in Jersey and Bordy Barn on Long Island.
Oh, I've been to Bordy Barn.
You've been to Bordy Barn? Have we talked about this?
Yeah, we talked about this once. I went
We
with
did?
like my ex, but we were fighting that day.
Did you have fun? I guess not.
We were fighting that day.
Did you like get
But it was-
messy and shit or no?
It was yeah.
Yeah,
Messy,
I mean,
for sure. But it was probably more
that's
tame day.
after this works. I almost I can't really. There's so many bars that got closed. If it was like back in the day, next year I would make them do Long Island, and we could do Bordy Barn and the Drift and Casey's and all these bars that got shut down. But those are the 2 bars that I know of. Like people, every time you go, you'll see like 2 or 3 like 60-year-old couples, like white hair old
Yeah.
people, and they'll be like, we come back once a year because this is where we met and like fell in love.
Oh,
It's
maybe
a
I'll meet my
anniversary.
husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Parker House, it's almost like cliche because it's just very like white, yuppie. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like stealing a guy's lunch, like a finance bro. It's
Yeah.
like, you're a stereotypical couple who like, you're pretty, I'm pretty, let's like get together. Oh, we got married.
Okay.
But it's like this big like Victorian like mansion house.
That's sick.
And then there's like you can go to like the outdoor porch or you can go upstairs and then there was the basement was where like I liked everyone kind of gravitates to their own spot, and the basement was like this tiny basement cover band, sweaty, gross, like fun time. We called it God's basement. It was like you walk down and like the lights, you know, it goes dark and. But I mean, I've had like some of the most fun I've ever had in my life at Parker House. But it got to a point where I was like, I can't, you know, the line to get in is too long, and there's too much, can't move, can't do anything, and that was a long time ago. But I would say, yeah, there's the DJ rules. There's one bar called Osprey where Osprey is like a bird, you know, it's like
Yeah.
a beach bird,
Yeah.
and it's painted on the floor.
Okay.
And like we always said, the rule was like, if you can see the Osprey, you have to go home.
Oh.
Like that
Yeah.
either means like that either means you're the
Yeah.
first person there and like you're lame, or it's clearing out, the lights are on, and you can see the Osprey. Like you
Yeah.
never want to see the Osprey.
That's a good rule.
But then there's like Leggett's was a bar where it was like a daytime bar for us. Like you go off the beach and like kind of have like dinner and drinks, and then
Okay.
these are the bars you go to. But I it's been so long that I don't even really know what's like necessarily the most popular or like really the spot to go to anymore. But
I'm interested in what the dynamic is going to be because we each have a social person.
Right.
So I just can't imagine it's going to be like a natural.
you're gonna be
even, like,
pioneers.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
me
figure,
having
like,
a social person is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, but
and a
like
security guard too.
I
Maybe
know.
it's like
I would hope so. Yeah, I that's what I mean. Like, you know, it's like I would not like you guys just like being out there on your own with people being like, I know who those girls are, and I know they're like filming a show, and like not have any sort of security.
Each girl having a security guard, though.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's probably just gonna be more like somebody. I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna like walk. I think there's
No, I know.
Mike or someone's gonna be like within arm's reach or something.
I also feel like that's we're a lot less likely for something bad to happen if they're like
true.
it would
That's
be
the other
filmed.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I can't like.
Not maybe I don't think people will go into it nefarious, but it's like some assholes are just like, I'm gonna get on camera, and then like you say no to him, and then he's like mad or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but that's where it's I
I hope we meet some freaks to take the pressure off us to do some weird shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
someone's gonna do something weird.
weird people.
Do you have any
love
predictions
me, trust and
For
believe.
those in the house, I know.
Nah,
Same.
I could see the weirdos gravitating towards you. You know, Dante's gonna say some weird shit for sure. I feel
I
like
think he's
Dante.
gonna be tame.
I think Dante's gonna try. I don't think he really knows Jersey that well. At least in my interactions with him, I never know him to be a Jersey guy. But I could see him being like, I'm gonna show you guys the ropes and teach you what to do and tell you what to do and be annoying like that. After I saw Kadick claim that he eats muffin wrappers, I was like, that guy might say anything.
Yeah.
Tommy's just gonna be like, you know, looking for attention, but he's like, whatever.
I think he's gonna be honestly like the most normal.
I'm
He's gonna
very
be like the
interested to
Rizzler,
see
probably.
if anybody, like if Tommy, like I would imagine in a normal situation, Tommy would run into some girls and take them home. I would be very, like, it would be very hard for me to like bring a girl home knowing that I'm on camera. and
Yeah,
stuff.
same.
I would, you really got, and Tommy's like always wanted to be famous. Like,
Yeah.
always, you know, he wanted to be more like a scripted TV show, not reality TV show, but we know Survivor and all that sort of shit. And like, I don't know, you really got to be like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to like take this girl home for her attention and like go be viral and be the focus of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. That that's not for me. But
I mean, I don't know Tommy that well, but I wouldn't think it was the craziest thing if he like brought a girl back to the
Yeah.
house,
no,
right?
I'm not saying that, but to do it like on camera.
No, that's what I mean
you
though.
know?
Even then, I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's also like if you're the person that's always bringing people back.
You'd be like the guy in Summer House. What's his name? The
Yeah,
Indian guy?
I forget his name, but yeah. Who said it was like
Mr.
for his
Gangbang.
freedom or something? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of like. I mean, the girl. Are you the type to bring a guy home in general?
Like
Probably not, right?
not
Are you?
even like
Yeah, so like if that's not like who you are, what you really need to do is like other times like MTV did like True Life, we have a share house, or like the Jersey Shore or whatever. It's like we pick all these people who like drink, party, dance, and fuck, and we put them all together. So that's
Yeah.
what they do. This is more like we're taking some people who we are kind of normal and kind of not, and like throwing them together. But it's like I don't know if anybody is going to be the type. But maybe you just get going, and like a couple weekends in, you're like, that girl's really hot, or that guy's like, I like that guy, and I'm just gonna live my life and have.
It'll probably start to feel normal too, and like the cameras, like people will forget about them, especially when we're drunk.
Like if you run into a guy who's like really hot and you really click and have a great connection or whatever, would you be like, I'm on camera right now, like give me your number and we'll talk later, or would you be like, yeah, I'll go back to your house, or you go back to mine, or let's go to another bar together? Or would you operate normally, or would you pull back?
I feel like I would pull back, but also I wonder, and I've always wanted to know, like, because sometimes I see things happen on reality TV, I'm like, how are you letting them air that? Like, how is that?
Yeah.
But then I would imagine there's some kind of something that happens brain chemistry wise, where you're like, I get paid to create like the crazier I am, the more money I get.
You almost have a little bit of a excuse. Like if you go out at the beach and you do something crazy, get drunk and like fuck someone who's ugly, or you fight somebody or whatever, and everyone's making fun of you, and you're like, oh god, I'm embarrassed. You can just be like, I'm doing it for the cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like
it could be a deterrent, or it could be like a.
If I bring a guy home and then everyone's like, oh, she's a slut, it's like I know I'm not.
Yeah.
So that I could probably like.
Well,
For me, it wouldn't be like she's
we'll
a
see
slut.
what kind of
Like,
edit you get.
I don't know. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
For me, it wouldn't be like. The reason I wouldn't do it wouldn't be because like I'm worried people are gonna say I'm a slut. I don't know what it would be, what I'd be specifically worried about, but
I'm
it's
just
like
shy. Yeah.
it's just like I'm just like shy. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like weird feeling.
I mean, I wonder if there'll be, even like if you bring somebody home to whatever, if you bring somebody home and it's like the bed's fucking knocking and like it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're probably sharing rooms too.
I know.
Because just
I know
the
you two are, right?
logistics.
Sharing room,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think everybody was getting their own room until I think like you are sharing a room and whoever's bunking up with Danny, but I think the rest of them have their individual rooms.
I
Sorry,
don't know
Jackie.
how. Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll just do like. I just don't know how like in Love Island they like fuck with people like 2 feet away from them. Like.
I think like
count
that-
to they count to one.
That's a
Yeah.
That's I think like they all like start out kind of sneaking it here and there, and by like if you're on it like week
You're so
4, I think
horny,
you're
yeah.
just like let's just fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
whatever.
crazy though because that makes it seem like those people have never gone 6 weeks,
Yeah.
6 weeks without
well,
having sex.
People
It's
like that maybe haven't. I don't know.
I do-
That's
I
what I
do-
mean. I
I
think a
think
lot. I know, but a lot of the people who go on these shows are the type who like don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I actually think it could be a dud because you guys are normal. It could be interesting because you're normal. It's
I
like
don't
this is
know
what
if we're
normal people
that-
do at the
like
beach.
We're normal, but like I don't know if everyone's going. It's like that normal.
No, I mean nobody's normal, but it'll be interesting.
I remember I said this like at the group dinner I was at with like Kirk.
What a weird
Minute
fucking
like
dinner
all
was.
that. I think I said something where I was like, oh, I don't know, like, people might occasionally like, or I said something like people might. I think the people think I'm pretty sane or whatever, or I forget what I said, but everyone's like, no, nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. Don't worry. Kirk just goes, no, don't worry, nobody thinks that. It's like, oh, okay.
Let's get Kirk on the beach house.
Yeah.
Oh
Instead
my god,
of
that would
the
be very
invitational,
funny.
get him
That
down
would be
there.
very funny. I think somebody will find themselves in a spot where they act a little bit out of character and get some attention. Like, all right, this is working for me.
Yeah.
Or like if you find some guy and it's like a cute little summer thing instead of like you're a slut. It's like, oh, Jackie, you like found a guy and they like kissing or holding
Yeah.
hands or like on a date or something, and it's like not just like you're a whore, you know.
Yeah.
But it will be interesting. And the same people who are like, who fucking cares about Love Island will probably be glued to you guys, following every account.
Yeah.
and all that.
I can't tell if it's gonna be a thing or not. Like,
I
What
think-
is the
oh, it's gonna
demographic going to be? Like,
I don't know who, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
at least I don't know. Like at least I think the initial tune in will be high. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be hard to film and it's not that interesting or entertaining. But I think initially, I think both of you should really use your personal accounts too, like Love Island.
I know. I just
Like
need
the
to
way,
start,
except
like,
you have access
posting.
to your phone, so you don't need someone else to do it. But like,
Yeah.
you should be like here's my recap of the day, or like, here's what you didn't see, or here's my opinion on what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna want all the gossip. So I would lean into that heavy. Sony Pictures Classics proudly presents Oh Hi, the new comedy directed by Sophie Brooks, starring Molly Gordon as Iris and Logan Lerman as Isaac, about their first romantic getaway weekend as a couple that goes awry. Convinced she's met her perfect guy, Iris goes to increasingly ridiculous and irrational lengths to prove to Isaac that they are meant to be together, including chaining him to the bed. That's a Jackie move if I've ever seen one. This is a dark romantic comedy that takes highs and lows of modern dating and the ways that it makes us all a little bit crazy. Oh Hi has played to laughs and sellout crowds in the Sundance and Tribeca festivals, and now it's going nationwide. Hollywood Reporter raves that Oh Hi contains one of the best comedy sex scenes to grace the big screen in some time. I would say that the best comedy sex scene of all time is probably American Pie, the most memorable one. We'll see if Oh Hi can take the top spot there. Fandom Wire calls Oh Hi an absolute riot. It keeps the laughs running throughout. So see Oh Hi, starring Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman, only in theaters on July 25th. Tickets are on sale now at Oh Hi Movie. That's OHHI movie.com for more info. We've got a fragrance for legends only. If you're a legend, this is for you. This isn't your dad's cologne. This is Stetson Legend. It was crafted for the next generation of Stetson man, the modern-day trailblazer who has a whole new standard of sophistication. So Stetson used to be for, like, literal, actual cowboys. Now it's for the modern man who's still a legend in his own right. It's warm, sexy, addictive, and captivating fragrances for men. Inspired by the American West, Stetson Legend is powered by notes of upcycled cedarwood and wild desert sage. The bold and refrained fragrance also combines citrus, prickly pear, and black pepper with mesquite and worn leather, and it's anchored by a rich base of sandalwood for a lasting, sophisticated finish. The scent embodies modern sophistication and luxury. It was crafted with the same level of care and attention to detail as Stetson's legendary hats and boots. It also has a higher fragrance concentrations than the average men's cologne, which means that it's going to last you that much longer. The bottle looks and feels really expensive, really sexy, and it's only for legends. So Stetson Legend Cologne, available at Walmart, in stores, and online for only $39.98. Last thing I got is that tree that almost fell through my house.
Yeah.
So this tree, big fucking tree, like almost like 100 feet tall. It was a beautiful sunny day, no wind, no rain. All of a sudden I hear this crackling noise. I thought I was watching TV. I thought somebody had fired a gun on the show. But no one on the screen reacted, and I was like, "That's weird. Like, why would no one react to that gunshot?" And like 3 seconds, and I was also like, "No one has a gun on the screen." And then like 3 seconds later, it sounds like a freight train was about to rip through my house. This tree fell, like, touched my house, but didn't like fall through it. Legit could have like cut my house in half. Which, in hindsight, as I'm in the middle of the renovation, probably would have been a good thing because then I would have got insurance money to basically like cover my renovation. Fuck. So even when like things go bad, good, they go bad for me. Everyone's like, "You're so lucky it didn't hit your house." I'm like, "Yeah, but a tree still fell down that cost me thousands of dollars. Yeah. So I'm not that lucky."
Yeah.
But and I had a tree in the front that was bigger and more rotten that hadn't fallen yet. But I was like, if that tree can fall on a sunny day, I got to get rid of that one and this one in the front. So I had these two monster trees, like legit over 100 feet. And they needed to bring in like a crane and a wood chipper and a claw. And by the way they do that, I don't know how you do these. They just took a rope and they would just tie it like a knot around the tree, and then cut like below that knot so that it would break off, and then like it would just swing down. And I remember being like, that guy better be a fucking Boy Scout with the knots, because if I just like tied a rope around a big ass tree trunk and then it like didn't hold and I just like sliced it and it fell on someone's roof, but they were just casually like.
I know, I'm trying to think of the physics of this.
Yeah.
So if this was the tree branch,
yeah,
like if I tie right here, and then I'm here, right?
Yeah.
I cut here and it's tied here.
Yeah.
It breaks off, but like
it just a branch. I was picturing the trunk. I see.
I mean, you do the trunk. They get on the bucket and they go all the way up to the top, and they just kind of cut it down piece by piece.
Sorry, the knot is attached to like a crane or something.
Yes.
Okay,
sorry. So the crane has a rope. You tie that, you slice below it, and then the crane just like swings it down, and they just drop it down and throw it to the wood chipper.
Yeah.
But again, like they brought in a crane where the tires of the truck were as tall as me.
Okay.
And that is the type of like scope of the job we're talking about. And this one motherfucker, this feedback probably bothered me more than anything I've ever received, and that's saying a lot. He was like, of course this guy doesn't have his own chainsaw and can't handle this on his own. And I was like, this required...
He said that about you?
Yes. I was like, this required a crane and a team with, buckets on arms and multiple chainsaws and wood chippers. Like, this is not something that just like a homeowner can take care of themselves.
Of course this fucking pussy doesn't have a chainsaw.
Right. Even the I was like, forget about the train saw. It required a crane. Like, let me just hit the garage and get my crane out.
This dude's fucking gay. He doesn't have a crane.
Loki, he kind of he ate and he bought
Well,
it.
he kind of clocked your tea, bro. He clocked your tree.
Yeah.
I posted that comment on my story being like, yeah, what kind of a fucking pussy doesn't have a chainsaw? And then he commented back to me being like, basically being like, I'm a tree professional. He's like, I do this all the time. And I was like, you're a professional.
Yeah.
You're one of the people who I hire.
Yeah.
It's like a heart surgeon being like, look at this pussy. Like, you got someone else to do
Thinks
surgery
he can
for
do
him.
it in
Like, that's what you
2,000
do. Yeah, it was one of the more like illogical chirps I've ever received. I was like, what a fucking pussy.
You should be like, of course this pussy doesn't review videos on the internet and have podcasts
right.
and like,
That's what I do, dude. You fucking asshole.
To be fair, like, I mean, unless this guy was a 10-year-old, it doesn't make sense. But when I was 10 and my parents would hire people to do stuff, I'd be like, why don't you just do it?
Oh, no, I hire people to do everything.
I know. Well,
I
so
wish
does
I didn't.
everyone. But
No,
when I was a kid, I was like, my dad should be able to cut down that tree.
But my parents really did a good job. Like, they like bought houses and apartments and then like would do all the work themselves and like put sweat equity into it, and then when you sell it, you like get the money back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I need to fix. I have a broken mailbox. I was like, all right, I gotta replace my mailbox.
Yeah.
So I went to Home Depot and I bought a mailbox, and I get back and it doesn't come with any of the stuff that you need to like actually secure it to the pole.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that's it. I made an effort. I'm done.
I'll say, I think I could figure out a mailbox pretty easily.
Come over and do it.
Okay. Will you pay me?
Yeah.
I'll do it for like less of a price, but I'll.
To just like
Okay.
put up a mailbox. I think I could too, but like I don't know if I would do it right, but I could get it up there.
I feel like you
know what I
just
mean?
dig a hole, you put the stick in.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, this is so, like that. Like, I'm using the stick still, if you will, the stick. We're gonna call it.
What do you mean?
I'm just replacing the box. So if I were to need to replace the post,
Your stick's-
that would be.
that's
I
fine.
mean,
You
that would
just have to
that
get the
would-
box up there?
Yeah. First of all, if you thinking that you were gonna do the post is like hilarious. That would require you like digging a hole and probably like pouring in like cement and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was
So
just
that
thinking
part's
something really
ridiculous.
Rogan kettlebell at the bottom and then cover it up.
I want
exactly.
you basically need to like get a little like harness kit that has like nails and screws, and you need to like put that through wood and then glue the wood to the post. It's not like impossible.
Yeah.
So I actually think it might be a good. Maybe you should just pop up
I
to
will.
the,
I
pop up to
definitely-
Clancy Manor and do some work.
To
for
be
me.
fair, like when I go to the beach, I can't even help put sand in those bags. to
Yeah.
put
So
up
what
the
are you
10.
fucking
Yeah.
talking about? Neither of you could do
I
it.
was picturing like I was mostly excited. I feel like I haven't had a reason to dig a hole in a while,
Oh,
and
you want
like
to dig? You want to dig?
I just it's a good hobby. It's a fun like little thing to do. So I
right.
was
Yeah.
kind of
Come
excited
on
for
up
that.
and start digging
I'm
some.
We
less
dig holes
excited
at the beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
thinking
Should we
that-
try to
that's-
make fuck up an ecosystem with like a massive
Yeah.
hole?
That's the other side of that house is like I'm thinking of like the partying and like potentially hooking
No,
up
I'm
and the
thinking
sleeping.
sandcastles.
But like, yeah, you guys are like gonna go to the beach and just like kick it at the beach. And
I
stuff?
just am worried I'm gonna get so sunburned I can't do anything because that
I
always
know.
happens to me.
Put on
We'll put
sunblock,
you
you
on
dumb
an
bitch.
umbrella.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it
I'll
feels
try.
like that's But yeah, but I don't know what we're gonna do all day at the beach. Like, are they gonna film?
You
us
guys
while
should
we're
be
just
like
doing the shit?
like Snooki and JWoww, like running around like
I
drunk at
still
the
have
beach.
to watch Jersey
Yeah.
Shore.
Where's the beach? I have not watched it.
Wait,
I know.
Yeah.
I still have to watch it. I've never
Same.
seen it.
Same.
I guess you guys are too young for it. You never seen like
No, it's
anything?
I've seen like
I've
Like
heard
you
their
don't know what I'm talking
names.
about when I say where's the beach?
no.
You know,
Did they
Snook-
like not be able to
I know
find the
Snooki.
beach?
Snooki was
JWoww.
blacked out running up and down the
Yeah.
boardwalk. Like the beach was
Oh.
like right there. Like, where's the beach? Where's the beach? And they were like, there was some old guy like, it's right there.
There.
I mean,
you
I'm
don't know
gonna
any of the
be-
Jersey Shore stuff? Like, do you know what grenades are?
the drink.
No.
Oh,
I know. I was gonna say I know what that is from living in New Orleans. I don't know.
No, it's like they invented a phrase for ugly girls. They called her grenades.
Oh.
And because it was like if Ronnie and Vinny brought 2 girls home and one was ugly, they'd be like, you have to fall on that grenade for me.
It seems like
So,
grenade.
but there were girls on the show that like signed the waiver and like their faces were on it, and then they would be like in the confessional, be like, that girl's a fucking grenade. I remember being like, this girl's
It
life
seems
is
like grenade
ruined.
should be a good thing, because like bombshell. It's
Yeah,
like, I want to
yeah.
be a grenade. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Call me a
It's-
grenade.
you need to fall on this grenade for me so I can have sex with the hot girl.
Damn.
Didn't they also have like a horn they would blow when they would come? And
Yes,
blow it
yes,
for,
it was like,
everybody to hear? Yeah.
like there was a noise that was like grenades in the house.
No way.
They
No.
they said smush. Smush was like fuck. They had the smush room. It was like that's where you fuck. Grenades, smush.
I don't like smush at all.
I mean,
Yeah.
Snooki got punched in the face. Did you know that? You ever seen that?
No.
That was one of the most dramatic things I've ever seen on. It's like kind of. I don't think they've ever aired it again. She was at the bar. She was drunk, but like this guy was such an asshole. So they were like drunk chirping, and I think it was about like kind of getting space at the actual bar, and they were arguing, and he just fucking clocked her, and she went down,
Holy
like
shit.
like hit the floor. And I'm pretty sure the guys just beat the fucking shit out of him. But that was like they hyped that up like, next week, like the punch.
Oh my
and then
God.
then it was kind of like, I don't know if we should be airing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so if nothing entertaining happens, do you want to just fight on the last
Yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
Mike, the situation, I think when they were in Italy, which was like a later season, he was so fucked up on drugs and like partying at that point. He got mad, they got in a fight, and he headbutted the wall, and he like broke his neck. He like broke a... Although I think there was then a story about that, like he like said he was injured so that he could get pain pills. There's a whole lore around that. You guys gotta watch that. You should almost that's like required summer reading before you go into
know.
your.
Yeah,
you go
I
into
know.
a reality show at the Jersey Shore. You have to watch the Jersey Shore.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of
At least the
looking
first
forward-
season.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see people's like morning routines, like
Yeah,
the
that's what I
dumb
mean, the
stuff.
little
You know what I
things.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like what do you like at the beach? Do you build sandcastles or play in the water, or do
Like, do you think
do you
Nikki
tan?
Smokes
Do
knows
you
how to
drink?
like make an egg?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see that.
Oh, you think the guys are gonna make breakfast for you?
That's why I was just wondering that. Like,
Nikki's a big Love Island guy. I could see a lot of Love Island influence in his.
Oh my
game.
god!
You know what's so
if all the girls got
interesting?
to go sit outside and all the guys bring us breakfast.
bring it back. I think that we 1000% have to make that happen. You know what's interesting is in UK the girls make the breakfast for the guys.
I would be like a contrarian asshole diva and be like, I'm not making you breakfast. You make me breakfast.
You'd be the most
because it
hated
almost
man
has
in
become
America.
like it's like cliche. It's like not even special. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but like
It's the
still
only
nice
meal
to have
they're allowed to
breakfast.
make for each other. So like everything else is apparently like
Yeah,
catered
yeah.
or whatever.
But I also think it's like it in the other seasons. It's been like, oh, when a guy really wants a girl and is
Yeah.
really pining after her, or
I'll
like
make you breakfast.
fucked
Now-
up
but now
and like
it's
is
just-
trying to apologize.
You
Now it's if you
link
don't
up with them
make
for a day.
breakfast,
You're making their breakfast.
If you don't
Yeah.
make breakfast now, you're like fucked.
You're
Yeah.
done. Yeah. It's
like
the
it's like
absolute
he
bare
gave
minimum.
her 2 eggs and me
2
one
pancakes
egg.
or
Right.
the 2 waffles
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so fucking hood. God.
I
and
love breakfast though. I need.
You're
I
a
know.
breakfast girl?
I have like the biggest breakfast every day. I have
What's
like
your
I
go-to
love-
breakfast?
I'll have like
What's your breakfast
1
order?
to 3 eggs.
Okay.
Like
Scrambled over easy.
You honestly, I've been doing soft boiled a lot, poached a lot. I had to come up with new ways to do eggs. Like 2 or 3 pieces of toast or a bagel, and then sausage, and then usually
Links
a
or
pastry
patty?
too. Links.
You do this every day?
Unless
Links.
No, Links if
Yeah.
it's this one
I
Whole
know, I
Foods
kinda like
brand. Patties like if it's any other brand. And then I
Patties
have
I like
Links
and then
over
I have a
patties.
pastry every single day and like 2 cups of coffee. Breakfast is like really
I
important.
love
to me.
breakfast so much. Yeah.
I love breakfast food, but I don't really like eating in the morning. So
I
I'm
love
like a breakfast or
I
dinner
wake up
guy.
early every day because I get so hungry. I get
Same.
hungry at like 5 a.m. and I really. So you eat breakfast every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
perfect.
which like I
Okay, so at
Don't-
the beach we'll both be like crawling around at like 6 looking for
like if
food.
if I'm hungover and I don't have food in my system, I'm like throwing
Oh,
up.
same.
Like I need.
I ate breakfast today, but like if I didn't, like right around now is when I would eat for the first time today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would
don't
be
I
know.
I
usually
would be
like by the
passed out.
time
My
I
blood
like
sugar-
finish the show
yeah.
and I'm like oh, what's wrong with me? And it's like you haven't eaten for like 36 hours, dude. That's what's wrong.
Sometimes I specifically will like be excited if I'm hungry going to bed because then I'm like I'm. Gonna
I
be
get so excited for breakfast.
Like, yeah.
I
You
get so
fat
excited for
bitches.
breakfast. No, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I get so excited for breakfast. My friends at school call me the queen of breakfast.
Yeah,
I was
Very
like,
clever.
Yeah.
Queen of breakfast.
I think it's like probably not.
So that should be your thing at the beach. You should make breakfast for people.
well, yeah, I like eating it more than I like making it.
Oh.
yeah.
Throw some extra eggs in there.
We are like all gonna have breakfast together every day. I think is like a thing about it.
Can you believe that Oona and Nikki are gonna be like a couple? I'm sure.
I know. Maybe.
That'd be my bet.
Do you think that?
I bet you're gonna hook up with Nikki and it's gonna be drama with everybody else.
Wait, why do you think that?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I just like if I had to guess, Nikki would be the guy who's gonna like hook up with somebody. And
I don't want. Well, first of all, I'm not attracted to him. I'm so sorry, and I also would never want that smoke, even if he was like the most beautiful man ever, because of.
You say that, and then they'll just catch feelings. And,
I
like,
think all the girls are kind of like, yeah, I know. I think all the girls are kind of like they don't want girl.
Yeah, no, they never do.
Drama.
And guess what? It always
Yeah.
But like,
always finds a
where
way.
Nikki smokes, like, no offense.
see now you got
Clip
beef with them.
that.
No, I don't. Like, I'm sure he's like a great guy to be friends with. Like, I don't know.
Nikki is for sure the guy who like has a reputation and people think one way about him, and then you meet him and you hang out with him. Like, there's a reason why he hooks up. There's a reason why he's like a party guy. He's fun to be around. He's
Yeah.
got charisma. He like people say that, and then they wake up in his bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually they're not living in a house with his ex-girlfriend /
Wait, she's not in it though, right? Or no, she is in it.
No,
She is in
she's
it,
in
right?
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So then it would be like mega smoke. Yeah, that would probably be a little.
Mega
What
smoke,
they
yeah.
should have really done is almost
That's what
like
they call
not
them.
had her in it, but like she's watching, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
it
playing
just
with
cuts to her
fire
in a
now.
room, like
Yeah.
what's it called?
Yeah, she should be like next door.
Like Sheena in that one Vanderpump reunion.
What's that?
Sheena has like a
Yeah,
restraining
they were-
order in the Vanderpump reunion, so
in a
she's in the
separate
trailer
room.
and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Well,
at
who
the
am I
TV.
thinking of?
were you saying?
Marcelo? No.
Montoya.
Montoya, where he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
Montoya, por favor.
Yeah.
Montoya, por favor. She's running down the beach. Nikki.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you guys on Thursday. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.